right, all
You sh-
right.
you should you should start it off like that.
Pow, 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 pow.
Wood grain I'm whipping.
Fofos I'm tipping. What grains I'm man,
Uh,
we're from the Texas boys, who we talking about the richest man in Texas today.
man, the richest of the richest, dog.
That's a big boy right here. That's a top dog.
Top dog, man. You know how they got the alpha dogs? This guy puts them guys in check. We talking about the big dog.
Oh man, what's up, Steve? Hey, I know I was missing yesterday. Starting off the car week without your boy. But Steve will hold it down. You guys was in the chat yesterday. I was in the chat, but appreciate you for holding it down. We back though. We back. The two
We
the two
back.
live crews back.
The two live crews back, and then welcome, guys. Welcome to the podcast slash live to the to where we do the breakdown. This the profit report with your boy AB and Steve. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, man. Who we talking about today? Who we talking about?
Man, we talking about that newcomer, but just took over type ish.
Yo,
You know
pull
what I'm
up that
saying?
boy's website, man. Let these people know what he's selling. What is that boy
Man, we
selling
we
these
we we,
days,
we
man? 'Cause
talking
I
about
don't think people really understand
that
how
big
hard
jump.
how hard this is.
No, I don't think people do actually. You're right. I mean, starting a new company from scratch. We're talking about
Car
Tesla.
company. Yeah, car company.
But a lot of people mistake Tesla as a car company. That's not necessarily true. It's not just a car company.
Hmm.
Like they
Let's
sell
see.
they sell solar, they sell, power storage services.
Okay, I just turned on our little comments on the screen, so any comments is gonna pop up. Got
What's
that
up,
thing turned.
Kia?
We see
Kia's at a
Kia.
drive-through.
We got Kia in the chat. I mean, he's looking to buy a Tesla, so we got to break it down for you, boy, today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Your boy experienced that FSD the other day, and he just
The
can't stop
change,
thinking
man.
about it, man.
That boy is drank the Kool-Aid 100%.
He drank the cool. He's like infinite. He can't even say his old car's name anymore. Infinite.
Yo, I mean, this boy came into the picture like really under 10 years. Like what we're talking about the mass produced cars
Right.
for under 10 years. For this guy to come in and did what he has done is unprecedented.
It is very impressive. I don't know if there's any. I mean, I know there are competitors, but there's not been a company that's just started off from scratch and just took over, especially a car company. I don't remember that in our lifetime.
Yeah. No, I mean, when he went IPO, it was the first, I think, American car company or car company in general since Ford to go IPO.
IPO, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Fact
Let's
check
look
me
that
on
up.
that one, but I read that earlier. I was like, wait a minute. Are you sure? Are you serious?
So you're saying what are you saying? You're saying it's the first company. What
First
is
company since Ford to go IPO, American brand, I believe. But I don't know if they're
wow?
gonna.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. First company to have an IPO for vehicles since Ford Company's IPO in 1956. Tesla went public with an initial public offering on June 29, 2010. Wow.
believe that. I mean, did you watch that video I sent you? That video was really. I didn't know all that stuff
Which
about like
video?
the Tesla founders and the interview that lady did with the guy. I don't
No,
know about all that.
I knew about it a few years ago, but I wasn't aware initially. A friend of mine brought it to my attention, and I found out about the founder. Yeah,
So,
but
guys,
yeah,
for those that don't know, I don't know if we want to. We're getting into all that. The little Tesla origins. Okay, here we go.
yeah. And I mean, if you want to break it down, then after that, I mean, let them know, maybe.
All right, from this video. So was this an engineer guy in California? I believe they were in
Yep,
California or something.
yep,
This guy, Martin and Mark. Well, basically, Martin was looking to buy a sports car, and he couldn't find anything he liked in the marketplace. So he had an idea, got with his buddy Mark, and he's like, "All right, let's start a car company." So they got together. They're good friends, right? Got together, start thinking about electric cars and all that stuff. Start doing the designs. There we go. Vision to create a car that was a technology company, battery software. Yep. So and then they named it after Nikola Tesla because of the whole AC induction motor thing used in Tesla early days. Now, initially, it was supposed to be, well, he said the plan was always sports car first, and then luxury sedan second, and then mass produced
yep.
SUV third. So, then once they had the idea, they start looking for investors. And that's where Mr. Elon Musk comes into the picture, right, Steve?
Yep.
So we're
Right here in
talking February
2004.
2004. Who's in the chat? Drop a chat. Thanks for coming in. Who's coming in? We got a viewer. We're talking about Tesla, the American car company, quote unquote. They might call themselves maybe more of a environmental company or something like that. But there's your guy right there, Martin Ebert. Did he like what was his thing before Tesla? Do you know? I forget. I think he was like
Let's look
he
it up.
sold a company. Was he like a tech dude? Okay, yeah, he received. Yeah, yeah, computer terminal, and then he founded a company in '87, and then IPO'd
He
it to
was a
'92.
CEO.
Founded
Yep.
another company. They developed Rocket ebook. I think that was like kind of like a precursor to the Barnes and Noble's e-reader. That's what he said. That I think they
Oh,
in
okay.
the
Okay.
yeah. And then that's when the whole Tesla thing came about. So he was already had some money. I don't know. I would think a
Mm-hmm.
little bit before he got on this stuff. Now
Yeah.
they got Elon. Elon invested. So I know there's a lot of people out there that talk about, oh, Elon didn't found Tesla and this and that, and they had a whole lawsuit about this actually, like about the whole
Yep.
lawsuit thing about the co-founders and all that.
Yes.
They won, and now they're all listed. I think 5 people are listed as like co-founders. Um, what is the lawsuit? Yeah, what's going on, peoples? We're talking about Tesla. Come on in. Make sure you guys go back and like the video on your way in. That really helps us a lot in the algorithms. Drop a comment, say what's up, who's watching, let us know. Let us know
Yeah, guys. So we're
what
talking about.
yeah, go ahead,
Oh, go
Steve.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, let
No,
us
I
know
was
what y'all
just
want us
telling
to
him
cover
about.
about Tesla. Let us know what y'all want us to cover about
Yeah.
Tesla. Like drop a a question, whatever. Like, hey, I'm curious about X, Y, and Z. Like, we'll kind of work with you guys. All right. Let us know in the comments. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. And then, so like we were saying, right, contrary to popular belief, Elon did not create Tesla. So there's this whole lawsuit that Eberhard, who was the co-founder of Tesla Motors, said he alleges that Musk engaged in libel and slander by unfairly blaming him for the company's early struggles. So they were struggling initially,
Mm.
including production delays. And then he also claimed Musk attempted to rewrite history by falsely claiming he was the sole founder of the company. Then Tesla argued that Eberhard's claims were inaccurate and that he had left the company finances in a state of disarray. Then the founder title dispute. The lawsuit highlighted the importance of the founder title in Silicon Valley as it carries a significant prestige. And then in 2009, they settled out of court. The specific terms were not disclosed, but essentially it allowed Elon Musk, Martin Eberhard, Mark Tarpening, Ian Wright, and JB Straubel to be designated as co-founders of Tesla. And if you want to find out more information about this, there's a good audiobook about, well, actually, no, it's a real book as well, but I listened to the audiobook about the autobiography of Elon, and they go into detail about what happened in the early days of Tesla and what actually transpired. But essentially, Elon is not the founder of Tesla's other companies. Nonetheless, though, who cares, right? Who cares who founded? What matters is he did build a amazing company, and he is the head right now,
CEO.
CEO.
Started off with the Roadster, a sports car, a two-door sports car. Not that many in production, right?
Yep.
Went through a lot of years of almost going to bankruptcy and all kinds of stuff, right? So he put up his money and he believed in the idea when a lot of people didn't. So even though he might not have came up with the idea, I think this is after he sold PayPal, so he was
PayPal.
looking for his
Yes.
next project, right?
Yes.
Um, so if you guys don't know, Elon made his initial money with PayPal, right? He's called they're called the PayPal mafia. Like those guys that founded
With
PayPal have
Peter
went on to have
Thiel. Yeah.
crazy companies after. You know about that those guys from from PayPal.
What, like Peter Thiel and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they invested in other companies as well. I think he is an investor for SpaceX as well. I think Peter Thiel is one of the for several companies. So Elon Musk made $175 million from the sale of PayPal to eBay in 2002. Now, just to remind people, he didn't get involved with Tesla until 2004, and he used that money from PayPal to invest. But yeah, 175 million from selling PayPal.
Hey, can you please Google PayPal mafia? I want that like a picture. I want there's like a cool picture of these guys. Um, let me see. I don't know if this is relevant, but I mean, yeah, PayPal mafia, yeah. Hmm, I don't see it. I thought there was like a famous picture of them. Anyways,
Is it on the book? See it on the book.
nah, I'm not seeing it. But all those guys end up like going and founding other like huge billion-dollar companies,
Yeah. No, they did.
massive companies. Like Peter Thiel is behind. I think Planeteer. So
Yes.
many things. He invested, I think, in Facebook early. Like these guys are huge. There you go. The one in the middle.
Which
They look
one?
like mafias. Scroll down.
This right here.
No. They look like it's like a
This one
mafia photo.
actually. Oh, this one
Okay,
describes actually the company that they are involved with. Look at this. Like
let's
the current
see.
companies that they have. It mentions Palantir. I didn't even know they were part of a firm. I saw a firm in there.
Mhm. Oh, these guys are legendary. I think they're probably the most infamous people in Silicon Valley. Um,
So which one are you talking about? This one right here?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. SpaceX, YouTube. Um, freaking Instagram. Okay.
This is the PayPal Mafia, a group of 14 former PayPal employees and founders who went on to build some of the world's biggest companies, including Tesla, SpaceX, YouTube. I didn't know they were involved in YouTube, Reddit, and LinkedIn. Oh, because Reid Hoffman was part of that as well. And Reid Hoffman is the one that built LinkedIn.
That one right there in the middle, that's your boy, the Twitter guy with the tie, red tie in the middle. That's
Oh,
what's his name? Jack
Jack
Dorsey. That's your boy
Dorsey.
Block
I
and
didn't know
Twitter.
Jack Dorsey was part of the PayPal Mafia.
I mean,
Oh,
where's Elon
is
actually?
it
Do you see him?
really?
Where's Elon though?
Elon
He's not in this picture, huh?
is where
Is
is
this
he?
after he got kicked out? bro. We need
Is
to
this a
talk
real
about.
picture of them though? I don't know if this
Is
is.
this a painting or what? I see.
I don't think this is a representative because I don't see Elon. You're right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Jack Dorsey was in. No, I don't see Jack Dorsey in there, bro. But
Maybe
I
this
don't.
picture is wrong, but I don't know. They were maybe employees though, maybe not founders, but employees. So from
Yeah.
that ecosystem, there's a lot that came out of it.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Let's see if this one. Yeah, guys, we're talking about how Tesla initially, how Elon made his money initially with PayPal, and we're saying within PayPal, the PayPal mafia, there's a lot of rock stars within that. So look at this. The PayPal
yeah,
founders went on to create incredible next businesses. So this guy created YouTube.
I guess those three guys got together and created YouTube, which is hey, we're on YouTube right now because of this.
Yeah, for real. Look at Tesla, Solar City, SpaceX. Reid Hoffman created LinkedIn.
Yep. David
David,
Sachs, I know he's huge. He's a big podcaster now. I mean, Sequoia
wow,
Capital.
it's
That's
huge. Secure
dude.
Capital is huge.
Sequoia Capital is probably the number one, like seed investor, tech investor in Silicon Valley.
It's definitely up there. And then you got Peter Thiel right here with the Palantir as well.
He's
Yeah,
a
man.
huge investor to Facebook and all those guys.
Yes,
So it's not
yes,
just what they founded; it's also what they've invested in. So when
yes.
you're in Silicon Valley, you're not just starting companies; you're also investing, consulting, being a mentor. So
Hmm.
that ecosystem is, you know what I mean? Like they hang out in that little. I mean, have you looked at San Francisco, how small that little place is? There's a
Yeah, no, it's so
lot.
small. Right.
There's a lot of smart people and money in that little town.
I mean,
But yeah.
all that technology comes out of that. So there's a lot of smart people, guys. Um,
But I want to talk about Elon, right?
yeah,
This guy has fought every single people he's ever worked with. There's always some
yes,
sort of bickering, some sort of fight. Even
yes,
with PayPal, he ended up getting kicked out as CEO, right?
yes, yes, yes.
What is the issue here? Like, is it just kind of like my way? You guys are dumb, like my way or the highway. What is the issue? Because he had a falling out with the Tesla guys. They end up. I think they both left. I know, they weren't there for all this success. They left like
Yes.
a couple of years after they started Tesla. Um, PayPal. I mean, he had, of course, the famous recent fallout with the president,
Yes.
right? Um he's had a really troubled childhood. His father was weird.
Yes, he was.
His father was super weird. Didn't he like have a baby with the stepdaughter?
Yes, that's his current wife with the stepdaughter who he raised since she was like 4 years old.
I think he like beat Elon when he was a kid, or he neglected him, or he didn't pay attention. It was a lot of weird stuff.
There's a lot of weird stuff. And again, guys, if you get a chance, listen to his autobiography because they actually mention about his conflict, his need for conflict. He
Mm,
not only in a business setting, even in his personal relationship, because he had not. I know this is a business podcast per se, but just to kind of give you some context, they do mention in the book like his need for like some type of drama, some type of disturbance, some type of just he doesn't like when everything is nice and
right.
cool. He likes
He's like,
when
what's that meme? Give me all the troubles, or what is that thing? Like,
yes,
I want
yes.
the smoke, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. And they call it the surge actually. So he has done that with many companies where he just like, "No, why is this not being done and this not being done?" And then they do a surge where there's like, you got like, you know, 48 hours to do this or stuff. And then he ends up
Oh yeah.
creating a lot of drama. Yeah, he's
Oh
done
yeah.
that with multiple companies. So what AB is saying is definitely not unfounded. The guy has had conflict a lot of times with most of the companies that he's been involved in.
But yeah, I mean, so when he gets in with these guys, they do the Roadster. That was a limited edition. They didn't release too many Roadsters, and I think the first
Nope.
commercial car after that was the S. So
Yes.
the Model S came, I think, 2007, 8, something like that, or maybe 2012. I don't know. But we'll get into it. And then I think like the Y came right after that. Oh no, the X, and then the Y, and then the 3. So
Mm-hmm.
and then the latest one is obviously the Cybertruck. So
Yep.
there's 5 in the lineup, right?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
And yeah, they had a great strategy initially when they started. Is they went with a high price product and using that as a launch pad to create these other affordable products, because they currently have right now in the pipeline a new vehicle supposedly that's supposed to be affordable, even more affordable than the Model 3. But initially when they first came out, like AB mentioned, they started with the Roadster, which is way more expensive, and they made money with that, and then they ended up rolling out a little bit less expensive vehicles. uh, and I mean, yeah, and now here we are, guys. Here we are.
I mean, now it's worth over $1 trillion in market cap, I believe. Um,
Yeah, it's over a trillion. What is the market cap for Tesla? They show the
yep,
market cap.
right
Where's
there,
it? Oh,
market cap
one point
1.
zero two trillion. Yep.
So
And
I mean, he got this, he got SpaceX, he got Twitter,
yes,
he
yep.
got Grok, the whole AI situation. What else he got?
That's Twitter
Um,
though. But yeah,
yeah,
you got the Boring Company.
the Boring Company. He got
Yeah,
Starlink.
that's where. Yeah,
Let's not forget Starlink. Like, I don't even know how this guy manages to like be working every single day on all this stuff.
yeah.
But yeah,
Neuralink.
Neuralink,
We forgot about Neuralink, and then the XAI, which includes, I'm
Grok.
assuming Grok within there.
They're not
But
even
look at these
mentioning the
guys. These
damn
are
Starlink in there.
which
That's
one?
kind of like
Yeah, they're not even mentioning. You're right, actually. Yeah, Starlink is not mentioned in there. Oh, that's interesting. But look at that, guys. One, two, three, four, five, six, and then we include Starlink. That's seven. Seven companies, and at
is
least
Tesla the
three of
only
them are massive.
public? Is Tesla the only public one? I think
Yes,
so.
SpaceX is not. It's private, but the valuation of SpaceX is insane. Like,
Are we talking a
it's
trillion or
doing very, very well.
half a trillion? Damn,
Look at this,
400
400
billion.
billion. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right, let's get into the numbers. I feel like we're drifting a little bit. And then Kia, Rebecca said Asperger's. What do you mean by that? No, what's
Oh, I
Asperger's?
think he has
Oh, he has
Asperger's.
Asperger's. Yes, yes, yes. You're right. You're right. They do claim that he has. I don't think he has actually diagnosed Asperger's, but they do say. Let me see. Let me look. Does Elon
Does Elon has
have
Asperger's?
diagnosed? How do you spell? So Elon
Hmm.
Musk has publicly stated that he has Asperger's syndrome, is considered part of the autism spectrum. Um, wow. So he's actually diagnosed. I thought it was just the allegation, but he's actually diagnosed. Okay. And then Kia says, sounds like he's just a great boss, very successful in everything he was involved in. I don't know about him being a great boss because, again, if you listen to his autobiography, the guy is highly demanding. But as far as being very successful in everything he does, that is definitely evident in the success of the companies. So I don't know. Okay, you guys ready to jump into?
Steve, let's show them the cars real quick. Let's get into what kind of car. You got the website. I want to see
I
what we
mean,
talking about.
let's
I think
see.
people
Let's
know,
see.
but some people might not know what all they got.
So we have the Model Y, which is the most popular brand out of you know all the brands. This is the number one selling vehicle, right, AB? I think you mentioned
Number
that
one selling vehicles back to back around the world. Not just EV guys, just
in
pure.
general.
Yeah, I think they sold over a million
They
Model Ys in 2023 and 2024, edging Camry, Corolla, RAV4, any car you can think of, gas, electric. The fact that a company that's effectively 10, 15 years old to come out on top and have the best selling car around the world is crazy.
Yes, yes, it's definitely crazy. And then they have so the ones that you see right here are these newer Model Ys. So they do look nicer.
Mhm.
They have different color options. So this is their second cheapest model, Model Y. And then the lowest price item, which is the regular sedan, they have the Model 3, which is the cheapest option as far as vehicles. They also did a revamp for this in 2024. um, you have then the Model S. Why is- Where's the other? Hold on.
You can go to menu to the top right. Yeah,
Let's go to vehicles. So they
there we go.
have. So this is the cheapest option, the Model 3. The
Yep.
second cheapest option is the Model Y, and the third is the Model S, which is a little bit more expensive, a little bit more spacious. It's a sedan as well. It's actually my favorite car, the Model S. I love that car. Probably got the best shape as well.
It's kind of
Uh,
like goes against like the top end of like Mercedes or BMW, like BMW
yes,
7 Series or Mercedes E Class, kind of like competes with those guys, I would say, right?
right,
Something like that.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. And then they did the whole revamp with this car as well. Look at the steering wheel. It used to be a circle. Now they've moved it up to this kind of steering wheel. Um, Look how clean it is. They also have front and back screens. So this is the third option that they have, and then the last one, which is from the original lineup, is the Model X. The Model X is the one that opens up like the door opens up like what car is that
Like a
opens up like
wing.
yeah, like a wing. But I forgot what's the other car that opens. Yeah, you look at that right off the bat, starting from 89,900. This is their other vehicle, which is the
Ooh,
Model
90,000. Man, that's a
X.
lot. I didn't know there was that much. Damn.
Yeah, yeah. X is very expensive. Um, and then the last option is the Cybertruck. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that, but let's just look at it for a second. What do you guys
The
think
big.
about the Cybertruck, yo? You guys like the design of Cybertruck? You either love it or you hate it. That's what I've noticed. What's going on? What do you guys think about the Cybertruck? You guys are a fan of Cybertruck? AB, you like the
Uh,
Cybertruck?
I do like it, man. I actually do like it. I do
You
like it.
do?
Yeah, I mean, like it looks so different. Like you will never have any other car that looks like that.
Agreed.
Like I just like unique. Like I like cars that go for because honestly, like if we look at the last 20 years, hasn't cars looked more and more look like the same? You can't tell the difference between a Lexus and a Mazda and a Ford and everything. They all have this weird like. Come on, man. Nobody was making anything cool,
I
and
completely
so
agree.
right.
Yes.
So and it's like I mean, think about the last 20 years. What cars really has made a splash when you really think about it? Um, I can think of like maybe the Wrangler for Jeep. That
Mm-hmm.
was like cool when it came out. Like you can take the doors off, you can do this. That was like kind of cool when they brought it back, right? I think they kind of brought it back in a major way, right?
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago or something. I can think of like the Charger and the Challenger, those fresh like retro looks that they brought back. That was kind of cool. The Bronco came back. That was cool because it looked
Yes,
different.
Broncos are yes,
You
Broncos
know,
are
like,
nice.
but
Yeah.
besides that, every other car is just kind of like, you go into a parking lot, it's like a fucking snooze fest. Like you just sleeping.
To your point, man. I mean, nowadays I've seen Toyotas that look so nice. Like I can't separate it from a Hyundai or a Kia or so. What the hell? Did I lose
Oh,
connection?
we lost. Well, we can hear you, but we lost your camera.
What's going on?
I can
Hold on, let me
I can
see.
hear you, but I can't. I can see your
Let
screen
me,
also. I just cannot
you can't see
see
me.
your face. Yeah.
Edit avatar.
Kia saying it's a masterpiece. He's
Some
talking
man.
about the Cybertruck. Who else is in the chat?
Maybe let me come out and I'll come back in.
All right. What's going on, guys? We're covering Tesla. We are covering Tesla tonight. What do you guys want to know about Tesla? Um, let us know if there's like a specific thing y'all want us to get into. Um, drop your comments in there, guys. We got Stevo. He's coming back in. We got technical difficulties. Who's in the viewership, guys? Come on in.
All right, back.
All right, baby. But
Yeah,
yeah. So besides the car, they also have the whole like storage thing, right? That's another part of the business that
they
most people
do.
don't know about.
No, they definitely do. They have solar, and then Kia's talking about the tax credit expiration. That there is a tax credit. So right now, if you do buy a vehicle, electric vehicle, you do get a tax credit up to 7,500. But with the new, what is it, big beautiful bill that
Yeah.
that has changed, and so now people are not going to get tax credit for that. That is going to expire soon. And we're going to dive into that a little bit more when we talk about the risk. I'm sure they're going to mention that.
Yep, that's ending September 30th.
Which one?
The tax credit.
Oh, that's when it ends?
Yeah.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Yep.
'Cause I think it goes with like the fiscal year for the government. I think that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense because yeah, the federal government fiscal year starts in October. So yeah, guys, right now, a tax credit essentially is a dollar for dollar. It's the same thing as if like somebody just gave you a dollar. That's what a tax credit is. So you get $7,500, and it's not only on, people don't know this, but tax credit is not only on electric vehicles. You also get it on solar. When you get solar panels, I got Tesla solar guys on my roof, and I got 26% tax credit for that, and I got money back. I got like $7,000 back, but those benefits are going away with the new administration. So that is a risk that they're facing as a
That was
company.
Biden that put that in, I think, in 2022. Inflation Reduction Act of
What the tax
2022.
credit?
Yeah.
With the tax credit?
Yeah. So it says the
So look at
federal
that.
EV tax
So
credit
people that say,
originally part of the
let's see,
Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 were slanted to remain in effect through
really?
2032, but Trump ended it. Which so you get $7,500 for new EVs, and you get
Yep.
$4,000 for used EVs. That's how that works.
Yes. Yep.
But
But no more guys until September, right?
yeah, last day to buy EV vehicle and get your tax credit of 7,500. Deadline September 30th. Your new president cut it. He said, I don't know if he did it because he was fighting with Elon or what. I really want to know about that because this is a huge deal for Elon and Tesla. We're
Yeah.
gonna get
When
into
he
the
did
numbers.
announce it, though, they
Yeah.
were cool. They were cool. This was before their fallout.
But I think in the back, Elon was pissed. Like he has to be because this is a big. I mean, can who else can say like Toyota can't say like, hey, all my cars you can get $7,500 off, right? You know what I mean? Like no other company can say that 100% of their car, almost 100% of their cars qualify. Delivery date not buying on September 30th. No, I think you have to actually take delivery of it before September 30th.
Mm.
Um, that's what I read. I read an article
Was
earlier.
that what
You
you
have,
learned? Okay.
yeah. So they were able to find that loophole too. It's not just, oh, you pay for it before September 30th and then you can take delivery anytime. No, I don't think so.
All right, we'll look at this and then jump into the annual
There you
statement.
go. Says
If you want to be
yes.
eligible for the credit, you generally need to take delivery of the vehicle. Okay, so then you have to order before that. It usually takes like at least like 3 to 4 weeks for you to get your car. Um, all
Oh
right,
yeah.
let's
So you
jump
got
in.
you
I
got to
think
order
we,
basically now. You got to order now. Place you order now,
oh, dude,
guys.
September is around the
It's,
corner, bro. I
it's
completely
two
forgot
months away.
we're
Yeah.
on August.
You got to
Yeah,
order
man. No
now,
need to
guys. If you want to
stall.
get, yeah, it's over. I mean, this is huge. I
Yeah,
think this is a big deal, dude.
it is a huge deal, and then it also affects them in other ways. We'll talk about because they do sell tax credits for carbon offset. But we'll dive into that. All right. So Tesla, guys,
Yes.
it is based in Austin, Texas. It used to be based in California, but they moved it, California, and then he moved it to Austin. And then now in Austin, they have so much influence now. They got their own. No, that's for SpaceX. For SpaceX, they have their own city. They created their own city.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. Down there in the south of Texas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's for
Yeah.
SpaceX. But Tesla, big operator in Austin,
I
Texas.
think it's like the second largest building in America. Period.
For real?
Yeah, something like that. Can you please fact check me? I don't know
Damn.
if you want to like say. I think it's like the biggest or the second biggest, largest building in America. The Gig Factory in
Oh, the
Austin.
Gigafactory. I could see that. The battery was the biggest building in America by size.
Let's see. Yeah, so the Boeing is number one. I think Tesla might be number two. Okay, where you say where let's top five. Yeah, but I guess the way they measure it can be a little off. But it's a huge place though. Well, yeah,
But it's
yeah. The
definitely
building,
huge. I
yeah,
agree with you.
building is a weird, I guess, way to describe it. But they were saying something like it's like one of the biggest and blah blah blah. That thing is huge, man. They're
Yeah.
building. Oh my god! Like
You've been there?
I drove by it. I didn't been
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, they definitely got a big influence over there.
What's
And
up, Bree? We got Bree in the building.
what's
We
up,
got Becca
Brie?
in the building. What's up, guys?
We got
Make sure you guys
Kia.
like the video as y'all coming in. Thanks for being in with Steve and I. We're gonna break down Mr. Elon Musk's baby, the Tesla Motor Company. Is it
Yup,
still
yup.
called the Tesla Motor Company or just Tesla?
Just Tesla, man. You
Just
got that.
Tesla. All
You
right.
got that ticker symbol right there, TSLA, based in Austin, Texas. All right, let's dive into it. So,
That was a big move when they moved down to Texas.
yeah, it is definitely a big move. But one that has paid off because he has a lot of influence in Texas. Because not only it helped him with his Tesla business, it also helped him with the SpaceX, and he has a lot of influence over there. Okay, so overview: they develop, manufacture, sell, and lease high performance full electric vehicles and energy generation and storage systems. They sell directly to customers. They don't sell to like there's not like a dealership that sells Tesla. They sell through their own store.
which they've had
Um,
fights with each state, right? Each state have its own little law. They fought a lot to be able to do that. Even I think to this day, it's like I think Louisiana, for example, you can't buy direct. So like they will have to like deliver it to you. You can't like they don't even have a showroom, I think, in NOLA because of this, all these rules that they have. It's ridiculous.
it's so ridiculous actually. It's even worse with used cars that in Rhode Island when I bought my car, I couldn't get it delivered to me even if I paid. So I had to go to New Jersey because that's the only state that allowed used Teslas to be sold. So I had to go all the way to New Jersey to pick it up and then
No
drive it
way.
to Rhode Island. Yeah, so that you're 100% right. It is a lot of regulation, and they couldn't deliver it. Even if you paid the fee, there's certain states that they can't deliver to. There's a lot of nuance with that.
Is these car dealers lobbying the politicians?
Yes, yes,
It's the
yes.
same thing with liquor in Texas. It's a big conspiracy with the liquor too.
Interesting. See, look
Yeah.
at that. Um, so segment information, they say we operate as two reportable segments, automotive and then energy generation and storage. So the automotive, we already explained, it's about the vehicles, the sale of full electric vehicles. Um, and then, oh, another thing that they do also, they do non-warranty maintenance services, collision, part sales,
Yep.
paid supercharging, and then they also have insurance services. I don't think a lot of people know that actually Tesla offers their own insurance as well in certain places, not just not in everywhere, but they do have their own car insurance as well.
And they sell used cars too, which is kind of like I don't think people know that either.
That's true. They do sell used cars as well, and that's
Their
how I
own
got my
cars,
car.
not like they're not like a used car lot from down the street like Bob's car sales with the no, just their own cars. I guess you can sell it you back to Tesla and then they'll sell it. Is that how it
Yeah,
goes?
yeah, yeah. You could sell it back to Tesla, and then they do the checkup and stuff like that, and then they do sell it to you.
But Steve,
Um,
like, wait, can we talk about the website, like the ordering thing? You order on the website like you're ordering DoorDash.
Man, let me tell you guys, when you order a Tesla, it is so hands off. You don't talk to anybody. It's a very seamless process. You make a deposit, then after that, you have your order
You
placed.
bought your used Tesla from the Tesla website?
I bought it from the Tesla app, and I'm telling you, I didn't see a person until I picked up my vehicle. It was a seamless process. They sent me the contract through the app. I made the deposit through there, the financing through there. It was like AB said, it was literally like ordering food on DoorDash. Very seamless. Um, there is a little bit of anxiety because you are buying a car and you would want to talk to somebody, but there's no one to talk to. It's just through the
Did
app,
you test drive
everything.
the actual car you bought or no? You just bought
No,
it
you don't get
unseen.
to unseen, man. You gotta trust the
Wow.
process. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, and then you go and pick it up, and that's when you see a person. So yeah, it's like that. But that's how they save money as well with their headcount, and then we could talk about their numbers like that. Their
Right.
other part of their business that not a lot of people know is the energy generation and storage segments, including the design, manufacture, installation, sales, and leasing of solar energy generation and energy storage products. So, like I mentioned, guys, you could buy Tesla Solar from Tesla directly. I have Tesla Solar and I've done that. And then not only that, you could buy power banks that store energy for you, up to 3 days. And then even big companies, commercial companies, could do the same thing. And they do sell commercially as well for that. Um, Cars, they have 5 different consumer vehicles: Model S, Y, SX, and Cybertruck. We already mentioned that. In 2022, they began early production of commercial electric vehicles, including the Tesla Semi. Have you
They
seen the
actually
Tesla Semi?
deliver. They actually delivered some too. Look, it says it's delivered some.
Yo, guys, let me tell you all, man. Tesla Semi is gonna be a game changer, man. This thing, this is through their website. This is a semi truck. Look at that. First of all, look how sexy that looks, yo.
Electric. Of course,
Electric.
everything they do is electric, guys, right? So don't forget that. Everything they do is electric.
And this is a 500-mile range. And guys, the reason, look at that semi right there.
I mean, I think they use this in their manufacturing facility now to move stuff around.
Look at that. And the reason that this is going to be a big game changer is, Tesla is high in, autonomous driving, full self-driving, and these things are going to be powered with full self-driving, and that's going to affect the trucking industry heavily. But yeah, that's what the semi looks like. Beautiful looking thing, man. They also have, so they do mention that. So they have planned electric vehicles to address additional vehicle markets and continue leveraging developments in our proprietary full self-driving. It's called FSD, including robo taxi, which they have in what, Austin, Texas now, right? Like, and I think a few other cities.
Well, I think right now, just Austin. It just happened like a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're doing it in a small area in Austin,
Yep.
but it's not this robo taxi product. It's more of like, because the robo taxi, I think, is gonna be like a little minibus almost, right? Isn't that what that is? Or I'm thinking of a different thing.
You
Um,
might be thinking about something because that one is
okay,
supposed to be the
cybercab.
cyber
I mean,
cab. Yeah.
cybercab. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, I think cybercab and robo taxi, I guess, is two different things, or what?
No, it's the same thing.
Okay, okay. But yeah, like the one in Austin, it had the person behind it for safety. So they're a little bit behind Waymo. Waymo is way ahead right now.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Waymo was been active and people are using it in Phoenix and in the Bay Area.
Yes.
Like it's not even that it's not even that weird anymore to see it and they said in Phoenix and stuff like that. So Tesla's kind of sort of late-ish in the game. Now their big vision is that they gonna get Tesla owners to add their car to the fleet, and those cars can go out and work, for you basically.
Ooh, look at that.
I
That
think
is dope.
that's the big vision. I think like kind of the grand vision that when you're not using it, you can add it to the fleet and it can go out and earn some money for you, and it comes back.
Yo, get to work, Tesla. Get to work. I actually did
Right.
not know that. That's good information to find out. That is and a good way to approach it. Like if you're at work and your Tesla's just sitting on his ass, it's like, yo, go to work, bro. You know what I mean? Make some
I
money.
mean, imagine if they were able to successfully do that. That just activates like what a millions of cars on the road. They all of a sudden they win.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned they sold a million Model Y last year, and that just represents 1 year. The previous year, they were the number one seller. If we just take those, so they have a few million fleet off the bat. And guys, to tell you, a full self driving gets activated through a software. So all they have to do, like any Tesla, for you to activate full self driving, the only thing you have to do is make a payment, and it activates it. Any one of them could turn to be a full self-driving. There's no like additional camera that has to be installed. There's no radar. They're all equipped. It's just like adding a premium membership. Like press the
It's
button, boom,
insane.
you're on.
It's
Yes.
insane, dude. And like Waymo would have to actually make the cars and then deploy it, make the car, deploy it, which is super expensive, right? If Tesla
a
successfully
hundred
is able
percent.
to do that and people like you volunteer to add their car to the fleet, yo, they just killed everybody. They killed Uber. Like if they are successful at it, you know what I mean? Like they just killed everybody because they have the car. Like Uber doesn't have a car. They have to, get another person to sign their car up and blah blah blah. Tesla's like, nah, I got the cars. I just need Steve-O to say yes, and then we just got another car on the road.
Yo, look at that, guys. AB just broke it down, man. Look at that. That's a good breakdown from a strategy perspective why they would win this competition of autonomous vehicle battle with Waymo. Even though Waymo might have the better technology at this point, like he said, there's going to be a huge upfront cost of like buying new vehicles and servicing them. This is a huge advantage. Wow. Well said, man. Um,
That's the big
Other things
push.
that
That's
they have, yeah, no, definitely a big push, man. So energy generation and storage, Powerwall, and Megapack are lithium ion battery energy storage products. Powerwall, that's the one we talk about that could store energy. So if your light goes off in your house, this kicks in like a stored energy, like a generator,
right.
and you
Yep.
could use it. But they also have a Megapack, which is for commercial and industrial companies that it kicks in also like as a generator, like as a storage system. Solar energy, we already talked about that. They have solar. They not only they have solar panels, they have solar roof. You ever seen solar roof from Tesla, AB?
I know it exists. I've never seen it. You have it, right?
I have solar panels from
Oh, okay,
Tesla, but they
okay,
have
okay.
solar. Yeah,
Roof. The
Tesla solar
actual
roof.
tiles, right? The actual
The
tiles are like,
actual tile is and it's very nice. It's a little expensive, but it's very nice. Look at
dude. I
that.
mean, how does this guy manage to do all this stuff? He got SpaceX, he got Twitter, he got all this stuff, he got Starlink. You know what I mean? He's
I
trying to
think
go to Mars. Like, how the
he's an alien, bro. I'm telling you. I think he's not human. He's a alien. Look at that, guys. You don't have to put a solar panel. Look at this. This within the actual roof. Look how nice that is. That within the actual roof is embedded technology that helps you generate energy. And this is the solar roof. It's like it costs like 35, 40,000 for, typical normal roof size. But if you're replacing a roof, you might as well get this. You know what I'm saying?
dude,
Um,
bro. We got number one Tesla hater in the building. We got HJ in the chat. We got
oh,
HJ. We got HJ. He's complimenting the damn roof, but then he's like, but still, what
but
HJ? I
still
know you're
what?
talking shit. Look,
Yo, that's
I know
nice.
we're going. Listen, I think we're a little biased. I think both of us, Steve and I, are Tesla fanboys over here. I think Steve was probably a early adapter than I'm just getting around to it. I used to say, I don't know about this guy, but damn, man, like nobody is innovative like this guy,
Yes.
especially when you look at the rest of the car market.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you
100%.
know this, and just because of like a unique situation that I have, I've been able to drive a new
A
car
lot of car.
for
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
month the
Right.
last year, right?
Uh-huh.
So, I've gotten a chance to drive like pretty much half of the damn things that's available out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had like, RAV4, Mercedes, Audi, blah, 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 name it, right? Dude, I've driven a Tesla before too. I mean, why would you buy anything else when you got the Tesla and they cost damn near the same thing? That's the problem too.
Yo, people don't know that. Like Tesla, when you compare it to like the cars you mentioned, it's not that far off. It's not as expensive as people think it is.
What is like a Model Y these days? Something like 40 to 45K, something like that after the
Yeah.
tax credit.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, I just looked up the other day, Steve, like a RAV4 is like 30 something thousand. Like, why would you get a RAV4 these days? Why would you get a Hyundai Palisade these days? Like, why would you do those kind of things?
No, you're 100% right, man. When you compare the prices, it is really, it's not that far off. And Model Y is like we said, is the second most expensive. Well, not the most expensive, the second most affordable. So it's not even their cheapest model. If you go
No.
for a Model 3, those things take them on. Anyways, but
So
yeah, he's
AJ is
right.
saying Tesla got no passion in the cars, appliance as cars.
How do you define passion? I think if you're a car guy, what I did notice though is car guys, first of all, are very particular about the engine, the sound. First of all, electric vehicles don't make no sound. They're quiet. Um, and it's not the same operation as other vehicles. I don't know, but yeah, I do notice like real like car guys, they're not a fan of Tesla. I've talked to them and they just They just boo
Yeah, but
Tesla.
at the end of the day, Elon doesn't need these guys to come on to win. Okay, anybody else? Like I know Kia's a fan. Bree, what do you think about Tesla? You know, I don't think she's really experienced Tesla, and I think that's one of the big opportunities for Elon and Tesla is like people don't really like know about it, have experienced it. Low IQ, baby. Hassan, you know, hey, you know how like the whole like the name spells sexy for Tesla?
What?
Do you know that?
No. What do you mean?
So you got the S, the three, the X, the Y. It spells sexy.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what Hassan is talking about. Sexy, corny, da da da. Hey man,
Oh, I mean, Elon is corny though. Let's keep it real. He is corny.
we got Bree that says I haven't experienced a Tesla just yet. I've been in other electric cars and I did love the experience in those, so I look forward to experiencing Tesla. Okay, AJ saying Tesla versus Mercedes, Tesla versus Honda. Listen, we gotta take like Hassan's take with a grain of salt. He's a car enthusiast, okay? He likes those, you know, old Lexuses and whatever, all this other stuff. Hassan is not the average person. The average person just wants like a cool car that, you know what I mean, that is easy to maintain, etc. That kind of thing, right? Um,
And he makes a good point. I agree with you. Tesla versus Honda does not. That's not even a comparison. Tesla versus Mercedes. I mean, aesthetically, Mercedes is definitely a nice car. It drives well. Agreed. So that you can make that comparison. But I think the one advantage that Tesla has compared to anybody is the technology, man. Nobody could beat the technology. No one even comes close.
not even, not even
No.
like I said, the cars that I've driven the last year, it feels like I have a flip phone and Tesla's the smartphone. That's how I would compare the two cars in terms of just, I mean, man, the screen, like the infotainment system. I told you guys this, but I had one Audi, like a mini SUV that had a physical key, Steve, a physical key that I had to put in and turn on like it's fucking 2002 or
That's
1990.
crazy.
And this was a, you know, like a 2023 model or whatever Audi. What are these cars companies are doing? Like, don't they see like what we see?
It's insane. Like I have my phone. That's what I use as my key. I don't carry no keys. No, not my phone. I have the app. Boom. That's how you start a Tesla. But no, Tesla's an electric car. Great. It's cool. It's software. Even VW is moving away from the screen. They said a car is not a smartphone. That's where they're wrong. A car should be a smartphone. Like that's where we're moving to. All in one place. Like you want to be in your car, be able to watch a movie, be able to browse the internet, be able to do music, be able for the car to drive you. Like cars are not what it used to be. This is different. This is where the way the world is going, especially with AI. All right. So battery and powertrain, vehicle control and infotainment. All right, we talked about that. Self-driving development and artificial intelligence. So they mentioned in 2025 we intend to begin launching our robo taxi business. And remember, guys, this is from end of 2024. So they're talking about what's currently happening, but at that point they did not have it. They also talk about Optimus, the robotic humanoid in development. Let's look at Optimus. I think initially there was a whole controversy because they put up a video of Optimus, but it was humans in it talking. Did you hear about that whole controversy?
No.
Yeah, like there was a video that circulated, and then the robot was talking, like having a conversation with people, and it was like so impressive. But then later they found out it was actually um, humans, like on the back end, that was talking to these people. It wasn't the robot. But this is what Optimus looks like, guys. Yo, and then there's like videos of like this thing working. It works in like some of the factory in Tesla.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're predicting like within the next 20, 30 years, everybody's gonna have one of these at home. When you see like when you hear like some of these AI people talk about this stuff, they saying that we're gonna see as like you're walking down the street to get your Chipotle and you're gonna see a freaking robot walking next to you and it's gonna be normal. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the kind of
crazy.
word they're predicting, right? What do you guys think? Are
And
you guys ready for the robots? Are you guys ready for the robots? That's a big question.
a little advertisement. He said, "You need buttons, not screens." Shame on Audi.
Kia say he's ready for the robot. Man, I don't know. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother cover. We're gonna have to have an AI week, Steve, because that is a whole nother world. Like AI and robotics is a whole nother situation we need to get into, one of these days.
Agreed, man. Look at that thing, though. Look at it.
Is that like cleaning up at home?
Yeah, look at this. Picking up
Maybe.
paper towels. Look at that. It's picking up a
Yeah.
spatula, cooking up fake food right here. These are like delicate tasks too.
I was bringing up really want a robot. Bree's saying she wants a robot. Bree's ready. Bree's ready for a robot, man.
Yo,
But
for
I
real,
was
bro.
saying, like,
Like the
if you
thing
if
cleans
you
up.
beat up the robot, is that like damage to property, or is that more like are you hurting a person? Are we gonna have like a moral?
Hold on. If you what?
If you
Say it
like beat up
again.
the robot, if you beat up the robot,
Damn, anger issues much?
I'm just saying,
First thing
bro.
you think about is
People are gonna be mad like the robot is better than them and shit. They're gonna be fights, bro. You know what I mean? You're standing
uh
next to the robot at the bar, Mo. He's pulling girls and she's trying to pull your girl. And you beat okay. Right?
ah,
If you beat up the
oh
robot,
god.
is that like damage to property? Or is that like does it go further than that? What's the moral?
Man, this is personal property. Though, I could envision a world. How, like at one point we used to have slaves and they're considered property. I could envision a world where now you could consider a robot as your property, but as we go on as a civilization, people could think, yo, they need their own rights. I mean, I'm not trying to compare those two. I'm just saying I could see that kind of situation.
But I mean, I think that we're gonna have to give them citizenship and all this. Like the Mexican robots is gonna cross. It's gonna come to the river. They're gonna be illegal robots crossing.
Oh damn.
I mean, man, look, if they're
Yo.
gonna if they're gonna have their own conversations, they are gonna be part of our society now. So we have to kind of think about this stuff. Okay, I know
I
AB
think that's
sounds
a
cuckoo
fair
right
point.
now, but we come back and 10 years later, they're gonna be like, "Damn, I think there is moral question to this thing."
No, these are future questions, 100% that we need to address. Bree says she really wants a robot. Rebecca likes that they do have robots. And then Bree says, I feel like if you boot up a robot and it's damage to property, that's true. I think in the eyes of the law, that would be what would be considered. All right, so designing, engineering. Let's keep going. Direct sales. We talked about that. They sell directly through their own channel, no other third
Yep,
parties.
yep.
Used vehicle. AB mentioned this already. They do have used vehicle sales. Another thing that people don't know about is the public charging. Also, these superchargers, they do make money from that, and there's superchargers all across the country. And now they have opened it up also to other vehicles. It's not just
Hmm.
Teslas. There's other
Yep.
vehicles that could charge there, and they can make money from that. And that's a very easy business because you're just selling electricity to other people, and they know how much the electric company charges them, and then they charge a little fee on top. So it's another way that they make money. Upgrades, like I mentioned to you guys. So within a Tesla vehicle, you could buy like a premium membership, and then that includes like you could have internet and stuff like that. So I could browse the internet because I paid an upgrade, like a 99 bucks.
Mm.
Or you could pay monthly either for the FSD or this additional premium services.
I mean, like Steve, as you're talking about this, I feel like I'm talking about a technology company, not a car company.
That's why I said initially, man, people think it's a car company. It's not really a car company.
It's like a yeah, man. The software is where it's at. That's their biggest thing. And you've gotten used to the smartphone and things like this. Why is the car not smart? And I think pretty much that was kind of like the genesis of it. Because yeah, you look at like all these other cars, they're not really that smart anymore. They might have little backup cameras, sensor motion here and there, but that's pretty much it.
It
You
it
know,
really, yeah.
and you drive it, so you know what I'm talking about. Like, all the little angles it gives you when you're driving to the side view, how smooth it is, the software and stuff, and you getting upgrades to the software.
You gain of constantly upgrades, and I mentioned to you guys is we recently just they upgraded us and put Grok in there, which is an AI system, and now you could ask questions, you could do research, you could do like tutoring on different languages through the car because of a software push. So yeah, so in-app things that they do is also another way that they make money. They also have service and warranty. So when you have something happens with your vehicle within Tesla, you book a service right through the app. Another streamlined process, like my brakes mess up or something. I book an appointment, they list it out, they give you the cost right away before you even go there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you agree, then you make your appointment, and then you go. Like seamless process.
Guys, we're
And
gonna have a bit of criticism for these guys later on, so don't think we're just glizzing
I
up
know we're like,
Tesla all day. Like, did they get sent by Tesla? It's almost like we're coming in
ah,
here already. But obviously, this is a financial thing. We're gonna check their finances to see how they're doing financially, right? That matters.
agreed.
There is legitimate concern in terms of like their market cap, especially that kind of thing. Is a legitimate concern from like an investment perspective. But yeah.
Agreed, agreed. They do have limited warranties and extended service plans. That's also another way they make money. We also mentioned insurance, energy, and storage. We talked about that. So they have manufacturing facilities in Cali, New York, Texas, and Nevada. They have a big,
Mhm.
I think, what's the
China and
battery?
Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have that in as well. But in Nevada, they have a big
Yeah, yeah.
battery
Sparks,
operation.
Nevada. Sparks, Nevada, to be exact.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the one in
Uh,
Texas is the one, obviously, the big one in Austin. And they're actually building one kind of outside of Houston. That is
oh,
coming
are
up.
they?
Yes,
Oh,
they're building like I think it just got announced this year. Um, yeah.
look at
So that
that.
first one was the one in California in
Yes,
Fremont.
yes,
That they
Fremont.
took
Yep.
over an old Toyota facility, and that's
Yes.
where it all got started. I think it's like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
close to
yeah.
Oakland.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
I think that's why Elon can't really leave California because of that damn facility. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like good skill is there, so I think it's tough for him to shut that down and move it somewhere else. But I think besides that, I don't know, man. I don't. He's already moved to Austin. I mean, he's all over the place, obviously, but um, yeah, it's kind of interesting because I'm sure if he moves that to even Las Vegas or so, it would the labor cost, everything would be way cheaper than
It
California.
would be cheaper. I'm wondering if like maybe the engineers, there's a lot of engineers
Mm,
within the California area too. I
mm.
wonder if that's the reason. Um, so their products use a lot of raw materials, aluminum, steel, cobalt, lithium. Um, and the reason I mention that is because they do use electric batteries, which use lithium. So that's a very sought after thing.
There's your Inflation Reduction Act. There's your
Look at
right
that.
there.
So this was enacted during Joe Biden. So they had an incentive that if you buy electric vehicles, and you could have got $7,500 in federal tax credit, which expires this year, guys, September 30th.
Because of Trump, because of the new big beautiful bill. You know, right? He
They do.
canceling it.
He
Yeah,
did cancel it, and then they also get tradable credits in operation of our business under various regulation related to zero emission vehicles.
I didn't know about
We
this,
sell.
Steve. Like this was a
I.
big line item on
This
the
is
income
a
statement. I was
big.
so surprised,
Yes, this is a
which is
big part of
kind
the
of
business.
concerning in a way, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, so guys, like these companies, other companies, like especially like gas and oil companies, have to abide by like clean energy regulations that they have to like, you know, have a specific regulation like, oh, you can't emit this much carbon emissions, blah blah blah. You have to meet these goals. But if you can't meet these goals, what you can do is buy those credits from another company. And Tesla is a big place where these companies buy these credits from. And you could do that.
Yeah,
So that's a
Tesla,
big
since
part of their business.
100% of what they make is it goes to this. They get a bunch of extra of these credits that then they will flip. They're actually selling it as a pure profit for them. Huge line item for them on their revenue line. I was very surprised to see it. I had to Google it and everything. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's big business. And then they also talk about
the
a
solar
tax credit
incentive.
between 6 to 70% of qualified commercial residential expenditure for solar energy systems. This is for solar. I told you guys that there is also a tax credit for that. I think that might be going
This
away
is
as
what you were
well.
talking about. You got it for your house, right?
I did, and I got a 26% tax credit for having a solar panel. Regulation. They talk about vehicle safety and testing. So, because of the full self driving, the National Highway Safety Commission does require them to comply with different regulation, especially with the self driving vehicles. Solar energy competition. They mentioned it's a highly competitive market. Boom, boom, boom. They do have a lot of competition coming from China, guys. Them Chinese cars. If you ever get a chance, look up the Chinese cars. They are amazing,
But they're not
amazing.
coming. I don't see them in the U.S. Right? It's not allowed or
It's
what?
not allowed. It's not allowed. You can't bring those cars in.
BYD is the big boy.
BYD, guys. If you look up BYD, man, their cars are amazing.
Yeah. So, guys, Tesla does sell in China, and so they're competing with BYD out there in China, right? And other brands, well, we don't even know probably, right? Such a huge country, we probably don't know half of the brands that they have out there. The only one we
Yeah.
really know is BYD.
And
So obviously China is a huge market, so it's a big market for Tesla and everybody. Europe is there, they got competition. So Tesla is just not in the States, guys. They're trying to sell all over the world, obviously.
yeah.
And they're actually small fry compared to the big boys, right? If we look at total annual vehicle sales, they're not even in the top 10.
No, they're not.
I think they're like number 12 or something. They're like behind Volkswagen and like Suzuki, like some of these companies. You guys like what Suzuki, but outside the U.S., guys, there's the Europeans and the Japanese. They have all these brands that get bought out a lot. Latin America is another one that other brands dominate. So Tesla is sort of a kind of a smaller car company compared to the big boys still, but fastly coming at them, right? So um what the Model 3 came out in 2017 or 2020, I think. Actually, I don't know if it's 2017 or 2020. I think 2017 was the Model Y and then 2020 was a Model 3. So we're talking like 5-7 years, guys. Like,
Right.
they're still trying to figure it out in terms of manufacturing and stuff like this. They don't even have a lot of manufacturings all around the world. It's just like one big one in China, one in Germany. um so, and they sell
Yeah.
direct.
And
Yeah.
they're so direct. But look at this one. It looks nice. And it's not even doing it justice on a picture. If you guys get a chance, Look up a video of like BYD's vehicles. They have like the technology inside is also very similar to Tesla. They have full self driving and stuff, and there's other competition within China. The Chinese market is very competitive, and they do have some competition, but luckily these vehicles are not in the U.S., so that's an advantage.
Is that a law? Is that I'm
But
thinking it's a law, right? It would have to be a
I don't
law,
know why. Let me see why
like kind of
is
protecting
BYD
U.S.
not allowed in the USA?
It's not banned.
It doesn't sell its passenger cars in the U.S. market.
Oh,
The
high
main reason
tariff.
is 100% tariff. Dang!
Whoa. So it's not banned.
Wow. It's not banned. It's just they just have a very unrealistic tariff. So you have to pay
So
double
guys,
the
what a
price
hundred
essentially.
percent tariff means is like, um, if it costs like 40,000, you'll have to pay like 80,000. You'll have
Yes,
to pay like whatever the car cost is for that. So effectively eliminating competition. That is a crazy, crazy thing.
it is. And I think they know as well. I think this is a favor to Tesla because if you look at some of these Chinese cars, they are,
Yeah.
man,
See?
I'm telling you, they are very impressive. I'm a huge Tesla fan, but them Chinese vehicles be looking really nice too, yo. They are extremely nice. And the amount of like because Tesla is the spearhead and they did all this stuff, but then other companies looked at it and they said, hold on, how else can we improve? And then they added these little other gadgets to make the car even better. So yeah,
And we don't know, like we don't get a lot of information about China over here in the States. Our media and everything is so
yeah.
like US focused. We're so like you know what I mean? Like we don't get anything.
We're
Um,
sheltered. Yeah, we're sheltered. We don't know what's going on over there.
like what brands have come from other like TikTok is like the last thing that I can think of that came from like China. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I can't think of any other stuff. Um, and I feel like they have a higher electric car adaptation in China than us.
they
America,
do.
people
They
are
do.
still very like, oh, electric, get that thing out of here. Like, what is that thing? I'm gonna charge it like
And
my
a lot
phone.
of
There's a whole
government
lot.
support. A lot of government
Mm,
support as well,
yeah.
which is a huge difference compared to America now, especially with the new administration. Not a big believer in that kind of stuff. Human capital, they have internships. Okay, military fellowship program. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, supervisor professional program. So they got look like they got some programs. And let me know, AB, if anything catches your interest, man. I can
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Um,
So risk, experience and delays in launching, rampant the production for our products. They've had that issue many times. Production is a big issue. Suppliers may fail to deliver components. That's an issue that exists with any business, essentially any
yeah.
manufacturing business. Projected construction timeline, another. You saw like common, unable to grow our global product sales. I mean, that's another
Yeah.
issue.
We all know, guys, about this whole risk thing. They're gonna cover every basis. We don't know what's gonna happen, or this and that and the third, just to cover their bases, right?
Yes, and they'll talk about a significant growth or access to battery cells. So, like I mentioned, that lithium and stuff like that is very important. There's not a lot of people that produce those batteries, so that's also a risk for them. Uh, and then it says our future growth and success are dependent upon consumers' demand for electric vehicles, specifically our vehicles in an automotive industry that's generally competitive, cyclical, and volatile. So there's like AB mentioned, man, there's a lot of people that still don't believe in electric cars.
Dude, I think that's probably their biggest problem.
Yes. In the
Like,
US, yes.
and it's like people's like, what am I gonna do? I have to retrofit my house to charge it up and this, the range, I'm gonna be stuck on the side of the road, I'm gonna run out of battery, da da da. Like, anyways, we'll get into that later when we talk about like possible, whatever. Yeah, I think that risk. I don't think they said anything that is crazy.
And this is why I think, one thing that's their downfall, and we're going to see this with their financial statement, is they don't do a lot of marketing. And this is not just a vehicle company, it's like changing a person how they use stuff. Electric vehicles is completely different. And I think people need to be educated. And I don't think they do a good job of doing that.
I agree with you. I think that's probably their biggest problem.
Hmm.
I looked this up. I think Toyota. I think they did something like $10 billion, and no, it's not 10 billion. Like 10% of their revenue on marketing or something
Mm,
crazy. And if you check Tesla, not even
no.
1%.
And one of the biggest reasons for them not doing marketing is not actually the company, it's Elon himself. Elon does not believe in marketing, which don't make no sense. Like, um,
Bro, I mean, we need everybody and their mama to buy this stuff. Nobody should be buying other cars. Honestly, when you really think about it, like 90% of cars, like why would you buy a Nissan Murano these days? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why,
so specific too.
like why would you buy like a Hyundai Palisade? Like
uh,
these, like just regular, like, you know what I mean? Just like a Ford something, whatever. Why would you buy any of these cars?
what's interesting is one of the risks that they say is we're highly dependent on the service of Elon Musk, tech knocking of Tesla. By the way, he's not. They don't call him CEO. He changed his name to tech knocking of Tesla, which is like I don't know. He doesn't believe in titles, but anyways, they list that as a risk. We're highly
Hmm.
dependent on their services with Elon Musk. And although Mr. Musk spends significant time with Tesla and is highly active in our management,
Oh, I
he does
didn't.
not devote his full time and attention to Tesla. For example, Mr. Musk also currently holds management position at SpaceX, X Corp, XAI Corp, Neuralink, the Boring Company, and is involved in other ventures and with the Department of Government Efficiency. Look at that.
Wow, they
They see
mentioned
his
that in here.
importance so high that they list it as a risk. That's crazy.
Wow, I mean that is a fact though. Like we would not know about this company without this guy, right?
Yes.
Um,
But it's
man,
interesting to mention that we've not seen any other company where they list their founder or their CEO as if not him being involved enough could be a risk. Like that's crazy. I have not seen that with any other company.
uh, like if he like had an accident and he passes away, I think the value would drop a lot.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, because there's been some quality issues also that you know what I mean, like that gets hidden by the Tesla boys. Uh, they say they're working on it, so that it's not like this perfect company,
No,
right?
it's not. It's definitely
Um, it's a like they're still trying to figure out a lot of this stuff, but they've done a great job within just like 10 years of this stuff. Um,
yeah, like AB mentioned it at the top of the hour is, this is the second company to IPO since Ford in 1956, the second American company. So there haven't been any new American car companies since Ford. The next one is Tesla.
I think after that, Rivian did it through like a spec
Yeah.
or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Tesla did it back in 2010. Um, but Becca, what do you think about the Tesla? Let us know. What does she like it? Does she not like it? Um, let's see.
Lot of
HJ said there's a scam move selling me what? Having guests behind the robot. Robots have been around, nothing new. So AJ is the number one Tesla hater in the building.
Yo, what car does he drive though? I'm curious.
He's a Lexus guy.
Lexus was not even listed as a luxury vehicle yesterday under Ferrari. Did you notice that? I mentioned that. I didn't even know he was driving a Lexus, but they mentioned BMW, Mercedes, and them as being luxury. They didn't mention Lexus. That was particularly, and I said something about that. That's funny.
Tesla. I mean, like Lexus is kind of like a dressed up Camry.
with makeup on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They went into Sephora, got
Yeah.
some stuff, you know.
Oh, damn. Look at that. Uh,
Yeah, I think page 29 talks about the facilities.
oh,
So you
properties.
could see
Yeah.
the factories that we were talking about.
Yep. So Austin, look at that. The Fremont, California, the first one. They got one in Germany, a few in China, Buffalo, New York, California. Legal proceeding they don't have. See note 14. Okay. Mine safety disclosures. All right. Let's start getting to the numbers. Okay. So this is a graph.
Well, let's look at this graph, a 5-year thing, right?
We do look at this graph. So this is showing the one that's in dots shows if you invested $100 in December 2019, how much that would be in as of December 2024, and that price would have been about 14, close to $1,500, guys.
Yeah.
And you compare that if you invested that same money into a motor vehicles and passenger car bodies public company group, like a similar a peer, essentially that same $100 would be worth about $200. And then Nasdaq Composite, which comprises of all the companies listed on the Nasdaq, that same money would only be worth like $200. So you would have made 14 times your money if you invested in Tesla in 2019. That's impressive. Super,
That's
super
crazy.
impressive.
We have not seen like that kind of chart in any company we've reviewed so far.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
Not
And
even close.
not even close. And at any time, if you look at the graph at different parts of the cycle, it never dipped below 100. Like it might have dipped. You could
No.
see like big dips, but it never reached to the point where your money, like in 5 years, you would have generated 14 times. Like $100 would have been 1,400. $1,000 would have been 14,000. I mean, $1,000, yeah, would be 14,000.
Yeah.
Impressive.
$1,000 turned to 14,000. I mean, it fluctuates a lot, right? That's another thing you can see from the chart. It kind of shoots up and then it drops down and then kind of goes up and it goes down. So it is kind of a very volatile stock. Because at the peak it went to 1400 and then a big drop, like almost to like 450, and then it shot up again to 1400.
Yeah, it kind
So,
of has like a
and
little
a
bit
lot
of
of that is like with
crypto
Elon's
vibe.
behavior too. Elon's behavior a
Yes.
lot of times affects the stock
Hmm.
like very crazy. When he had his little fight with Donnie, yo, the stock dropped, I think 10-20% that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when
And
he
there's
when he
a
had the falling out with Trump? So yeah.
yes. And there's other times where he made comments about the company or stuff like that, and then people are like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" And the
Yeah,
stock has
when he
dropped.
went on Joe Rogan and
Uh,
smoked weed, that was a problem.
yes, that was a problem. So look, this is the current vehicles that they have in production. We already said the Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck is active. Cybercab is in development, and then Tesla Semi. Look at that; it's in pilot production. This is at 2024, but as AB said, now they're using it within their factory. And these semis, I think this is going to be their future growth. Like the Cybercab and the Semi, I think those are going to be game changers. And for
Well,
those
you
that
do know
just
like
joined
there's
us, the
other
Semi,
companies that's working on the semi automation stuff.
yeah, but
Like
no one is beating
retrofitting.
Tesla, man.
But the thing is, they're
But with
gonna
the like
retrofit
autonomous.
and they're gonna retrofit an existing 18 wheeler and make it autonomous with
Mhm.
installing some equipment on it. So
I
I
don't. I
mean,
gotta see it to believe it. What companies are doing that?
there's a company called Aurora Innovations. They have
Mm.
actually a truck right now that's doing a Houston to Dallas run. Like it's actually doing it now. I'm gonna hey, look,
Man,
I'm a
I
shareholder. Okay, I'm a shareholder, so I can say full
oh
disclosure.
man. Listen, I'm
But
skeptical because I just don't see anybody competing with them unless for Waymo. If Waymo does that, the only other company that does beat them in autonomous driving
Yeah,
is
these
Waymo, and
guys,
that has been
this
documented.
Aurora Innovations, they came from Waymo and stuff and started their own little thing. I don't know. I mean, but I'm saying there's other players. I'm not saying this company is
There's other
necessarily.
players, right?
Yeah, that
Right.
there's other players.
Yeah.
That's all the point I was trying to make. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I got you. So there is competition within that environment.
Wait. Can you go back a little?
Capital.
Can you go up a little bit, Steve? There's the
Yeah.
overview of the numbers. Um, on top of that, keep scrolling up a little bit. Yeah. Up a little bit more. Yeah, yep. Yeah, there you go. You got some numbers right there we can look at. Um, Bam.
Yeah. Total revenue of 97 billion. And then
So
net
yeah,
income of 7 billion.
they delivered 1.3 million vehicles in 2024.
Wow. So
1.7. I'm
then
sorry, 1.7 vehicles delivered and 1.8. Oh wait, no, they produced 1.7 million vehicles and then they delivered 1. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. 1.7. So that's
1.789. So they had some previous vehicles they manufactured the previous year that they delivered.
yeah.
Yeah. So almost 1.8 that they delivered.
Which is kind of peanuts compared to like Toyota. I think Toyota did like 10 million or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they still have a lot of catching up to do, guys. They're not the biggest car company in the world, not even close. I can fact check that as Steve was like
But look how much they made though. $98 billion
and revenue.
delivering
Yep.
close to revenue. And then net income was 7 billion. And then they ended up with $36.5 billion in cash and cash equivalents. That is super impressive. That's a lot of money. That's pretty impressive. Like, and then it's an increase of 7.47 billion from the end of 2023.
That is
That is,
huge.
it
Yeah.
is huge. And I want to go to the income statement because I think we can see inventory valuation, blah blah blah.
You can go to it's page 40 46 or something. Yeah.
46.
Yeah. Uh Actually, hold on. It's page 49.
Oh, on the actual thing. Okay. So this is the balance sheet though. Uh, oh, 49. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
you're right. All right. Revenues. So revenue, they made $72 billion from selling cars. They made 2.7 from the regulatory credits. Guys, this is the one
Yeah.
we're talking about where they don't have to do anything because they are an electric company and they offset carbon emission. They can sell those credits to other companies that need it and they can make money from that. They made almost 3 billion off of that.
2.7 billion just on that is crazy.
That's
That
impressive.
is crazy. Like some other companies, that's their whole revenue. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I mean, what was it like? I mean, freaking Michael Kors was he at like 4.5 billion or something in revenue,
Yep.
like a whole company. And that's just a line item in their thing. And then it went up a lot. Look at it from the previous year.
Yeah, that's
From 1.7 to 2.7, like almost $1 billion.
another $1 billion. But because of the current regulation, this is probably one that's going to take a hit for them because of the new tax with the new bill.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do that. Automotive leasing, they make 1.8 billion. Just so from the car service, they made $77 billion. The energy generation and storage, that's the one we're talking about. Solar, their power banks and things like that. They made $10 billion. That's nothing to sneeze at, guys. $10 billion. That's the same amount of money that Lululemon made as a company in general. And they just made that from solar and power generation. And then just from services, they
Yeah,
made $10 billion. There's two Lululemons in here, right?
bro.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, like the service one really shocked me. Even like the energy, like I was like $10 billion worth of fixing those glasses and those body. But I mean, I think that also includes like the insurance and all this other stuff in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
But yeah, $10 billion. I mean, that's crazy.
It
So
is
overall,
crazy.
97 billion.
97 billion. So aside from their car sales, which took a dip, they had 78 million billion the previous year. They took a dip about 72 billion. So they lost 6 billion off that. But if you look at their number from 2022, it's still up. They sold 67 billion. That's the only one that took a dip. If you look at their regulatory credits, that went up. Leasing, it dropped down a little bit. Like about 300 million. Energy generation, it went up by almost 4 billion. If you look at service and other, it went up about 2 billion. So all in total revenues was 97 billion dollars compared to 2023.
But most people are gonna look at that top number and be concerned.
Yes.
They sold $6 billion less than the previous year, which is significant, right?
Yes.
It is sort of concerning. You kind of wonder why is a competition in China. What's the issue? You know what I mean? That is kind of concerning for because that's kind of their big revenue line item, right?
It is. It is. It's about 70 something percent of their line item is automotive sales. So that taking
Yeah.
a dip is a huge concern. But in total revenues are higher in 2024 than in 2023. Again, we're reviewing 2024 numbers because that's the last data we have for annual report. And then if we look at cost of revenue, so man, they actually don't have a huge profit margin with the cars though. Look at that, AB. 72
No,
billion in sales, but then 61 billion
when I
cost
looked
to
at,
make
well, I
it.
knew, yeah,
Damn.
man. When I looked at this, Steve, I was not. I was concerned, and we'll get to it, but I was kind of concerned about how their numbers kind of flow. It ain't that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Those are tight margins for what's
that
the typical hold on, I want to look up what's the typical profit margin for a car company?
I think
What
it's
is
about ten
their
percent. So they're kind of in line, but they're not doing fantastically.
gross margin for a ve- vehicle company? That's actually pretty low. I
It's
mean,
nice letting it drive. Okay. Um,
what the hell is this?
Google sometimes it's a
Average automotive
hallucinating.
manufacturing gross margins by year. What the hell is it giving me negative numbers? What would be a good company? Let's see, Mercedes. What's the was 18.6. So Mercedes has a higher gross profit margin.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
What
Why does it cost so much to make their cars? And that's crazy. Another
so
thing too. Did they do the price cut in 2024? You remember they did a big
they
price
always
cut?
do a price cut? Yeah.
Yeah, so that might have so they might have sold it at a lower price than they want to,
Wait,
and then
so
that's
Steve, how would you get the percentage? Is it 17 over 97?
for
The gross margin.
so you would have to get the difference between 72 minus 61, and then after that, then you take that and then divide it by the sales.
Wait, you wouldn't do like the 97 billion?
No, because that's total revenue. Well, yeah, you could do that too, but you still would have to subtract it from the cost of sales. You know what I mean?
Total cost of revenue 80. That's what
If
I'm
I
saying.
was
So
looking at
17.
specifically the automotive sales, though, not the 97, because that 97 includes the other stuff. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay, 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 okay.
So if you do 72 minus 61, that gives you what 11. 11 divided by 77, then that gives you the gross profit margin.
77 or 72?
72, my bad. I don't know why I thought it was 77.
So 15%. That's what gives me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then it's not that far off. I
They're
don't
in,
know.
in
Maybe
line. Yeah, they're kind of in line. Yeah, it's
oh, okay. So it's not that far off. Maybe just looking at it, eyeing it, it didn't look that much. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it
yeah,
depends
yeah.
on it. They're not too bad. But 15%, man, damn. Well, you do all that work for 15%. That's crazy.
I mean, that's before everything else too. We still got more shit to
Yeah.
subtract, right?
No, you're right, bro.
We still
Okay.
because yeah, like gross profit was 17 bill. I mean, we went
Mhm.
all from 97 bill, we went all the way down to 17 billion gross profit, and they got all this operating expense. Um, yeah,
And guys, this is why those regulatory credits are very beneficial for them. Because look at this. There's no cost of revenue for the regulatory credits. It's pure profit. No cost of that. The leasing is okay, so that's a billion. Energy and generation, 7.4. Service and others, 9.9. Man, they barely making money on services though. Look at that. 10 bill you made, but then your actual
uh,
cost of revenues is 9.9.
yeah.
You only make 600 million on that? Damn,
Mhm.
they need to charge more on their services too. They're not making much. Wow. Okay. So they even with all that, they still made 17 billion in profit. Then they did some research and development, about 4.5. So they're still spending a lot of money on new innovation. That's a lot of money. Selling general and administrative, 5 billion. That's not bad, guys. 5 billion on a $97 billion company. That's 5%.
Yep.
5% of their money is spent on. This includes the people working there. This includes the accountants. This includes the engineers, and also the marketing. You see how much they ain't doing no marketing essentially because the head count. How
Yeah.
many people work in Tesla?
Not
What?
this doesn't include, guys, the direct labor to making the cars. That's in
Yes.
another section, guys. That's not over here. That's at the cost of revenue, automotive sales. So this is, we're talking about the office people, the engineers, etc., marketing, that kind of stuff.
But look at that.
Yeah.
They have 121,000 employees, bro. That's a
Well, a
lot.
lot of those are going to be the manufacturing guys, I would assume, right?
Let's see.
I know there was
What's
a huge layoff. There was a huge layoff that took
can
place in
you
2014, actually.
just
Um,
office workers head count?
Probably like 10.
But they still have a lot of office workers. Like you might be right. I mean, maybe most of them could be those guys working on the field, but this includes the selling, general, administrative. That's not a lot. So you could tell they're efficiently run. Like that's impressive.
Yeah.
So total operating expense. You about to say something?
No, no, go ahead.
Oh, so total operating expense of 10 billion. So then their actual income from operation was 7 billion. So they have the interest income. Damn, just off of interest income, they paid 1.5 billion. So that
They
means they
got
got a
paid.
lot of debt. Oh, it's interest income. Oh,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
they
My bad,
made
guys. This is
1.5
interest
billion. Yeah,
income.
yeah.
Damn. They where did they
Remember, they had a
invest
lot
and
of
then they made
cash.
1.5 mil.
They have a lot
Oh,
of
you know
cash.
what it is too? You know what else? They also have Bitcoin holdings. This is one thing that people don't know. Tesla has bought Bitcoin a few years ago.
Mm,
And I don't know if they made money from that, but Tesla actually holds some Bitcoin. How much does Tesla have in Bitcoin?
Probably like 50 mil. 11,000
Look,
bitcoins.
yeah, which it's about
1.2
1.2
billion.
to 1.24 point. Yeah. And this is actually they
Damn.
sold off. They sold off some, but they actually had more at one point. And I mean, this value is going to even increase because Bitcoin is going up. I don't know if that's what they got their interest income from, but that's huge. Look at that, how it has increased. That's impressive. So
Hmm.
I thought it was interest expense. So that's my bad. Interest expense 350 million. Other income 695. I don't know what's that from, but all in total they made. Okay, so this is where the difference is. So they made $7 billion in net income, but compared to the previous year, guys, it's 14 billion. But now look at this right here. Look at this right here. Last year, they benefited. You're gonna get a bit mad about this, AB.
I know. I'm
That
already preparing for it. I already looked at it.
the government gave them $5 billion in tax credit because of previous R&D stuff, and as a result, that actually helped their bottom line, and they made 14 billion. So that's crazy.
Bro, look at that shit. Like $5 billion for somebody that the richest man in the world got $5 billion from the government. Come on, man. Like without that, they would have had a very regular net income. You know, it's almost like misleading in a way. Last year's number is not really, you know what I mean? Like it's and this is where the concern comes in with the whole like tax incentives and all that stuff that we're talking about. Like if people don't have those, how are the numbers are going to look the next year?
So yeah, they essentially had a benefit of $5 billion in tax benefit. That's and which is definitely favorable to them. So yeah, you got to take that with a grain of salt. Like that previous year, 5 billion. So truly, the number last year was about like $9 billion. But I
Hmm.
think some people could look at that number and be like, hold up, they had 12 billion, 14 billion, and 7 billion, and take that as so. Another thing also to look at. So they did have
Look at
in the
the restructuring and other. That was a big charge right there, an operating expense. Five $684 million. Um,
oh,
that's the severance and all that. They did a huge layoff in 2014. I mean 2024, like 10% of their workforce. So that was all the severance and all that stuff that's in there.
mm.
So 684 million got charged. So that's a lot of money right there. That's the big difference. The tax and that is like actually the big difference. Otherwise,
But the gross profit though, look at it though. In the previous year, the gross profit was higher too. See that there's a $3 billion
slight
difference on gross
uh,
profit right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
gross
With less
profit.
sales. Look at the
Talking
gross
about
profit right here.
the
17 compared to
17.
20. This is
Yeah.
20 billion a few years ago. So they were making more money in the past because they were charging more. You see the difference with the cost of revenue?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the difference. They didn't have to do a lot of cost cutting in 2022. So they're able to charge more because if you look at their cost of automotive sales, they were making much more. They made $18 billion in
Hmm.
profit just from automotive sales. So I think the price cuts did really affect them. But nonetheless, they still made a 7 bill. 7 billion ain't nothing to sneeze at.
I mean, it's like 10%. It
Yeah.
ain't nothing super impressive. I think Toyota does about
No,
the
less than
similar
10%.
numbers.
Because
Huh?
90 something, no, it's definitely, it's less than 10%. Because it's 97 billion.
Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad.
It's
My
like
bad. Yeah.
7, 8% maybe.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. Yeah, yeah. I thought I was looking at the 72 number, my bad. Yeah, so 7 divided by 97,
Yeah,
7.2% net income.
7.2%.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they actually paid taxes this year. You look at it,
they did pretty
$1.8 billion in taxes. Thank God. I mean,
so
that's
they
still
did
not
pay
enough.
something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, net income 7.2%. Um, I mean, Steve, if we remove the damn um regulatory credits, that's a huge drop. That
So
they would lose so much.
yeah, that's almost 3 billion. So you would be at like 4 billion. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big and that's one of the things that people talk about is when they do lose these regulatory credits, which essentially they don't spend any money to get those. That's going to be a big hit for them.
I think this is why our boy Elon was really pissed at Trump. You know what I mean? Because I think he knows how invaluable they are. Like they are struggling with sales. Like sales is down $6 billion. Um, the whole robo taxi thing is kind of like what they're betting on. I think the semi is kind of, but they always say like Tesla is really bad at like saying, oh, it's coming like this year, but like it takes a year, 2 years to come. So like
Yes.
Elon is really bad at that. Like I think on the last like investment call, he's like, yeah, half of the United States is gonna have robotaxi by the end of this year, and he
Oh
just
my
started in Austin
God.
like a month ago.
He is a
I'm
little
like,
too optimistic.
yeah, too optimistic, So again, to be an electric vehicle, can you pull up, Steve, please? Top 10 like uh s- cars manufacturers in the world or something like that, and how many cars they sold or something. Because I think they like we saw like they did like 1.7 million. These other guys, they're still selling a lot, so there's still a lot of opportunity, right? So like I think collectively as a in the world, there's probably 100 million cars plus that get sold. Um, I think, yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
Toyota.
Toyota. There you go. So we
Damn.
got Toyota at 9.4 million. We got Volkswagen at 5.2, Ford at 4.2, Hyundai 3.9, Honda 3.8, Nissan 3.2, Kia 3 million, Suzuki 3 million, BYD 2.8. So look at that. That's a lot more. That's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Um Chevy 2.7. So Tesla still has a lot to come up and kind of take over these guys, right? So there's still a lot of opportunity, but how are they gonna do it? They gotta have to do the marketing. I just, you know what I mean? Yeah, look at that. Stellantis is in there. GM is still in there. Ford is still in there. They're not even top 10 right now
They're
around
not
the
in
world.
top 10.
You know,
Yeah.
so how are they gonna take market share from these guys, especially in the states? They gotta do the marketing. They gotta do the marketing. They have to. There's
They
no
have
other way
to.
around this.
There's definitely no way around it. And you also have to have a receptive government to electric cars. Like China is very big with clean energy and all that. So that
Mhm.
has made it really good. It's because we saw BYD in that list,
Yeah,
right?
2.8.
2.8. So
2.8.
they're listed what? Number 8.
Uh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh, 3.9, 4 point. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, you know what I'm saying? And then one of the benefits is that's an EV car. And I think if we want to make America great again, we gotta give we gotta give Tesla a chance, and we gotta give those tax credits, guys. And they have to spend more on marketing. They really do, because I think if
A
more people
lot
find out,
more. I mean, so many people, they just, oh, yeah, that electric thing. Like, most people don't even really know about it.
no, they don't. I mean, especially like the features that it has. Like it has so many features that people don't know. All right, this is the cash flow statement. So they made $7 billion from operating activities. Investing, damn, look at that. They're spending a lot of money on investments. Look at that. Purchase of property and equipment, excluding finance lease, $11 billion they spent on property and equipment. So this means whenever you see a company making a massive investment like this, they're anticipating, yo, I'm foregoing current like money for my operation. I'm investing in my future. Like
Yeah.
that's impressive. Like they're spending a lot, and this is because of the autonomous vehicle. This is the semi that they're building because of Optimus, all that. So they're investing in the future. So that would give you, especially when you see it as a bigger rise in the past years. They've invested 7 billion in 2022. They spend 8.8 in 2023, and then 11 billion. So they are doubling down on doing investments. So that's impressive. They're
Yeah.
investing in the future.
Yeah. R&D was like 5 billion. That was a lot too.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, like we said, I mean, there's a lot of room for them to grow. Um, I think the Trump tax, like eliminating that, is gonna hurt them next year, or you know, I think that's gonna hurt them. Like people gonna be like, oh man, I'm not even gonna get the tax benefit. Like what, you know what I mean? And I think the other thing is their interior. The interior needs work. I just
What do you
think,
mean?
it's too minimalistic. It's too basic in there. They got the screen and they
Mm.
just don't want to work on anything else in there. Like it's not like, bro, especially girls, right? Especially girls when they come into a car, what do they first say? Oh, this is cute. Like, oh, this is so nice. Like, it doesn't have like that. Like, you know what I mean? That thing. Like, they added the little light on it now, like the ambient light with
Yeah,
the
yeah, the
new
light strip.
redesign with
Yep.
the Y. But besides, it still feels a little like it needs more sauce in there. It's, you know, I don't know. I just think like
I mean,
it's
I'm
too.
I'm a big fan of their current design. What would you compare? What would you say is like a car right now that has a nice design
I mean,
in the
like pull up
inside then?
like a Mercedes versus like pull up like a Mercedes SUV,
No,
and you look
Mercedes
at
is
the in.
nice. So
You know what
no,
I'm
no, it's
talking about? Like
Mercedes.
that
So
feel.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
like that
Mercedes. I
feel
mean,
to it.
in that aspect, I get what you're saying. I completely get what you're saying.
And
Like
I think
that
it matters, like for the
high
average
end.
Joe. Yeah, the color, you know, like the screen is still nice, but like I'm talking about like the other parts.
Yeah,
The
no, I get
color.
what you're saying.
So it's like because the average Joe still cares about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could customize on Tesla, but you're right. I mean, the basic model does not give you like a very luxurious or like a lot of. It's very
Yeah.
simple. It's minimalistic.
And
Yes.
a lot of people think it's kind of ugly, especially the Model Y, like the
It,
egg look to it.
yeah, the shape, the people. I mean, even the Cybertruck, people don't mess with the shape. They're like, what is?
Yeah.
They don't like it at all.
And for us,
Ah,
like we like the
so
technology and stuff like this, but for the average Joe, like how it looks, like is it cute? Like for girls, like is it cute? You know what I mean? Because I don't see too many girls actually driving the Tesla. It's like mostly dudes. Honestly, I haven't seen too many women drive it. I
that
wonder if
would
there's
be
any.
interesting information. Tesla consumers.
I think that,
Uh,
but the other 50% gonna have to come on board. Wow, wow,
Oh,
I just saw it.
74% identify as male. Yeah, I think
Wow. So,
you're
that was just a hunch, but yeah, look at that.
Model S has so the one that has actually Model X
Oh,
actually is the one that has the highest
woman, yeah.
and
Uh,
funny. Yeah, but
I
then
mean,
women in
I
general
think,
accounted for just 33% of EV sales. So women in general don't seem to be a big fan of EVs.
bro, and like the woman makes the
33%?
decision in the house. Like women are like 75% of households. The woman is like the decision maker when it comes
No
to like
way.
purchasing decisions. I think so. Google me.
No, let's look that up. All right.
The wife
Gross
specifically,
percentage of the
consumer
hold on.
goods or
How would
something
what?
like that.
Okay.
Um,
Does a
does the wife
woman
make
make
the majority of the times consumer decisions or something like that?
majority of consumer decision in the house? I do believe I know ABB doing research about this kind of topic.
No, no,
This is
I want you to fact check me. No, no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no. I know, but I think you probably are right. So they do hold significant influence. Damn, look at this. Women control influence a staggering 85% of consumer spending. So, what about major spending? Hold on. We gotta. How about
Bro, if your wife says this, we're
major
not buying this car, you're
spend?
not buying this car, bro. Most of the time, the dude's gonna be like, all right,
Uh,
honey.
I don't know, bro. I got. Let's look it up. I mean, I'm curious. Yes, women exert considerable influence over often taking the lead in major household spending decision.
Look at
Women
that.
possess the majority, 62% of new cars sold in the United States, and influence 85% of all new car purchase decisions. Despite lower average earning, women are willing to dedicate more time to the car shopping than men. Damn, so we might have just figured out actually the growth to strategy for Tesla is to focus more on women because as we just saw, a majority of their buyers is male. Like we just showed it and it said 70 what was that? 74% of Tesla owners are male. It's only 26% is for
Look,
female,
bro.
but then
I
it's
think, hey, ladies in the chat, do y'all think Tesla's ugly? Do y'all think it looks like an egg and shit like that? Like that's kind of like what kind of turns you away from Tesla in a way. I mean, but we think it's cool, right? We like Elon, the technology,
mm,
like we look at it like the technology aspect of it, the mechanics of it and stuff. Like, oh my god, look at this, look at the touchscreen, look at the camera. Women, it's all about aesthetics, man. You know what I mean? Like this is why they love like the Jeep and stuff, and the Mercedes and
the
stuff like that.
Range Rover. Yes.
Yeah, the Range Rover, man. It got that. It got that.
Ah.
And I
So
think,
I'm
yeah,
curious though, do the ladies in here what's your number one car? Is it Tesla or some other vehicle? If you had to choose, if you have money or somebody wants to gift you a car, would Tesla be your first choice or would it be another vehicle?
I would say, I would
Let's
say, I would say it's the G wagon. Why don't you ask AI what's woman's dream car?
how you gonna ask that, bro? That doesn't.
I mean,
We
it
should.
might be a survey. Just ask it.
No, let's ask the group, man. We could do this on two, but I want real feedback. It's not the most
It's
attractive.
not the most attractive.
What is women's dream car?
There's survey. I'm sure somebody has asked that before.
Yeah, bro. The AI is not gonna get involved in this. It's like, nah, you ain't gonna catch me on
According
that.
to survey, put like according to survey or something.
Buick has
Like,
the highest percentage of female
yeah.
buyers. Come on,
No, no,
man.
no,
This
no.
is
Put
not
like
real.
according to a survey done.
Yeah, use survey data.
It has to be a survey on this. There's no way it's not. Oh my god,
I'm
freaking
trying to tell you,
AI.
bro. AI is not gonna tell you. Buick, come on,
Yeah.
this is not right. Buick cannot be number one car from. Got, oh, okay. So Bree said Jeep Wrangler,
Wrangler
Range Rover.
Range
My
Rover.
sister loves Range Rover too. She always talks about a Range Rover. So what about you, Rebecca? Anybody else? Hummer. Hummer is nice.
Yeah.
So then, what about Cybertruck? No, you're not a.
Ah, it's too
Cybertruck is very
masculine.
protective. You know what I'm saying? Bulletproof. You want to emphasize that it's a bulletproof car, guys. Nobody could jump in and try to attack you, try to shoot you. But I think maybe is it the looks that you guys don't like about Tesla? I'm curious because I think AB is spot on. So we just found out that 75% of decisions in the household are made by women as far as consumer spending, and then 74% of Tesla buyers are male. So only 26%. Um,
And I
are
think I think
female.
women like SUVs, and then like mom likes SUVs, safety and all
Yes.
this stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Tesla is a very safe car, but it's still, I want to try one of the ones from China.
I want to
Okay,
try the
back
ones from China too. I agree with you.
but I think it's not cute enough, bro. That's the problem with Tesla has, and not even like, bro, they're missing the
Damn.
whole. And we just saw the woman makes like 85% of the decision, even when it comes to cars. We just saw that.
So they
Cyberpunk is real bulky.
so they need to come up with a car that's for women. Like they really do.
Or they need to hire like woman spokesmen, like, you know what I mean, like they need the commercials, you know what I mean.
They
um
do.
yeah, bro, I think that's their biggest problem. They're missing it,
Yo,
man. This is
man,
some real analysis by
yo, this
AB
is
tonight.
some. Listen, AB's getting down tonight, man. He's strategy. We need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? We need to get paid for these strategy. This is free. Yo, he's dropping some knowledge tonight, guys. I'm telling you,
Come
this is some
on,
great
man, they're
strategy.
missing a whole 50% of the market. Women
Yo,
make the decisions, bro. I think
that
like
is
if
right.
this is where Elon is being a
Yeah.
stubborn guy. He's
Yes.
not bringing in the consumer guys, you know what I mean.
Yes.
When you really think about it, Elon has been technology. PayPal doesn't need freaking marketing. PayPal is
Hmm.
a tool. Everybody's gonna
Hmm.
use it. He's never had a consumer facing product really ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, except for maybe Twitter, I guess. But yeah, I get what you're saying. This
You
is
know,
one of
like
the first
Twitter's
one.
another. It's a tool. You don't have to sell Twitter. It's a tool that
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
uses.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a utility. You have to sell cars, bro. Like, it's not a like, bro. Car commercials are epic. We've had some really crazy car commercials. I don't know, man. I mean, you got to this far, but if you're trying to go to like the Toyotas of the world, I mean, yeah.
So AB, you're spot on, man. I completely agree with you on commercials compared to other big big car companies, and they barely advertise. I don't remember ever seeing a Tesla
I haven't
commercial on
seen
TV.
one. I don't believe so.
Look at this. Tesla has spent significantly less on traditional advertising, including commercials, compared to other major companies. For many years, Elon maintained that the company would not advertise, relying instead of word of mouth, product innovation, and Musk's own social media presence. Tesla's US ad spending was reportedly around $152,000. Are you kidding me? They generated about like $70 billion that year, and you spend $152,000? What? And then they recently increased to 6.4 million. Guys, 6.4 million might seem a lot, but it is not, because they made, how much did they make in
No,
2023?
Steve. Look at the second paragraph.
Well, it is
That's where you're gonna drive yourselves crazy. Look at it.
companies like General Motors, Ford, Toyota spend $1 billion. For example, General Motors spent $3.6 billion. What? Yo!
Steve, this is the problem. We just diagnosed them, bro.
Oh my God, dude! I
You
knew that.
can't,
I knew car companies spent, but I didn't know they spent that much. Compare
bro.
3.6 billion to 6.4 million. That's not even 1%. So Tesla's spending less than 1% of what their competitors are spending. Like, how do you, what makes you think you're so special? Like, you're right, bro. Like, him being hard headed, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you could spend more money on advertising. Like, I don't know.
Dude, I mean, like, bro, I'm not a freaking genius over here. I'm just a dude in my freaking house, like, looking it up. Like, okay, women are not really driving this car. Nobody really knows about it. You got the showrooms. I think the showrooms are cool, like at the mall and stuff like that. Those are cool, but you need to do a lot more than that, man. That ain't gonna cut it, dude. Like, I
And
mean,
to
the average Joe still looks at Tesla like this weird plug-in, like cell phone type, like gadget, almost not a real car company.
No, they
You
don't.
know, um,
And I think to support your point as well, it says on a per car sold basis, the difference is even more stark. While the average traditional automaker spends around $495 per vehicle on advertising, Tesla's past spending was virtually zero.
dude, um, there's not like there's a reason why this industry exists, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, Coca-Cola, right, is the most known product in the world, and they still
Yeah,
spend billions of dollars
they
marketing
do.
their products
They
over
do.
and over and over again. Like,
They
come
do.
on, man. I just
And
like,
another company that has huge brand loyalty, like Apple, has a huge brand loyalty, but they still spend a lot of money on advertising. Like Apple people are like forever Apple people, but they still spend a lot of
yeah,
money on
yeah.
advertising.
And Steve-O, you got to understand, Tesla does not have a dealership,
They don't.
right? So when I'm
Yeah.
driving around town, I do not see Tesla dealerships. I see Ford, I see Chevy, I see all these guys. They're down the freeway from me. That matters a lot. You're physically not present in any city. You got those little showrooms in the mall. That's the only presence you got, and maybe your service center. So where is your presence? You gotta be in people's faces, man, in some way, shape, or form.
So the other side of this is these problems that we just talked about, they are fixable. And from an investment standpoint, you could say, hey, if they fix these issues, how much bigger can the company get? How much more profitable can the company get?
Yeah. And one more thing I'll say, I want to know what you think about this, right? I think they have to put the chargers in gas stations. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why,
Okay.
right? I know they're not gonna
Hmm.
allow them. Okay, the chevrons and the exxons, they're not gonna, they're gonna push back, but they have to find a way to get in there because people are already used to going to the gas station. The fact that my charger is like in the behind the freaking Target, it's a weird concept. You need to meet the people where they're at. The average Joe doesn't want to change that much, bro. You know what I mean? Or if you're gonna do these charging
Mhm.
things, you gotta do them in a shopping center, like in the middle of it, and like do a little charging station, but branded like Tesla, like a fucking gas station, and have the charger. So you like across the street from the gas station, you can say, "Hey, we are the future. Like we are gonna like this is where you're gonna come 10 years from now." Because all these chargers are like in the weird fucking in the back somewhere. It's weird. Why is it hiding?
So I think maybe there are some that are in weird places, but I'll tell you this because I've traveled all the way from Rhode Island to Texas a few
Yeah.
times, and
Yep.
I've gone to different places. But they actually have a majority of them within like shopping district. Like if you, especially in the Northeast, whenever there's a Tesla charger, there's usually a gas station, a coffee shop, something, something. But to your point, maybe in other places in Texas and stuff like that, they might have them where it's not spread out. The other thing that he did too is he cut out that whole department. I don't know if you know this. He cut it out like a
Yes.
year ago or stuff. That whole charging division no longer works there. So I don't know
I know
why
he
he did
started
that.
the whole Tesla diner thing. I don't know. You heard about this Tesla diner? He
Tesla
opened a
what?
Tesla diner. A Tesla diner.
No, no, I never
Google
heard of
it.
that.
He just opened one in California. I think it's a cool idea. Um, I think that is actually a great idea. Um, it's like where you
Oh,
come
so you
in
could
and you
eat
charge your
there.
Tesla, and then you come inside. You're like hanging out, having coffee, having food, and stuff like that. But it's like look super. Like I love this. He needs a physical presence like this. I think this is a great idea.
Ooh, movies and
Yeah.
merchandise. Look at that. That's
Yeah. Look
brilliant.
at this. Yes. And
Dang.
I guess this is what I was talking
Look at
about. The gas station that I was talking about is basically kind of like this. Some
so you're
sort
talking
of
about
like
something like
presence
this.
physically. You know what I mean? That's Tesla branded. I see it. You know what I mean? Like, look at all the. You just gotta copy the other guys, bro. Exxon, Chevron. They're in every corner. They're in your face. You know why not you? Right? You have to have some physical presence, bro. And I think he
So
understood that, and I think this is the answer to that.
yeah, because the average charging station, if you go to a supercharger, if you're trying to fill up the whole thing, it takes about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. If you're going to a slower place, it could take an hour sometimes.
Yeah,
So you do need something to do in the meantime. And I think this is a great idea. I didn't even heard
I
of it.
think this is a fantastic idea. And
Wow.
I think that this will help like solidify the brand, make it like actually be in your face, you know. Because right now, like Tesla it's just a website, really. And I just see the cars on the road, you know what I mean? Um,
Look at this Tesla burger.
yeah.
So look at that, right? I mean, how many growth strategies there is for this company? Like just us two talking, and we
Two
don't even
knuckleheads.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. And I think this is the benefit of downside of having Elon, like an engineering marvel. Obviously, he has successful businesses, but I think there are some things that he could just be doing to make the business even better. Especially now with lower car sales
Yeah.
and you know a regulatory environment where it's not friendly for electric vehicles with the current administration. Where's the balance sheet though?
It was like page 47, something like that.
Oh, was it 47? Okay.
Something like that.
So
Maybe
PwC is their auditor.
no, actually right below this. Yeah, the first thing. This is it, right?
Oh, right
Uh,
here. Yep.
yeah.
All right. So let's look at their balance sheet. And then we probably could look at their stock because we're reaching 2 hours. Damn, we've been 2 hours already. Okay. So current assets, cash and cash equivalents, 16 billion. That's a lot of money that they have in cash. And then not only that, they have short-term investments. These are quick turnable investments that could be converted within less than a year. So in total, they technically have $36 billion in cash, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
which is higher than the previous year of 16 plus 12, 28. So they went up by another $6 billion in cash. Account receivable, 4 billion. Inventory, they still have a good amount of inventory, $12 billion in inventory. That's at cost too. So technically, the actual value of this inventory is probably like about 20 bill. And
Yeah.
then total current assets, they have 58 billion. That's a lot. Damn.
16 billion in cash. Man.
Woo. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then look at all these other stuff that they have: property, plant, and equipment. These are tangible things.
Yeah.
Goodwill, they don't have much. Deferred tax asset, I mean, that's an let's take that. I mean, it is real benefit, so we could take that as a consideration. So total assets, they have 122 billion dollars. That is massive,
I
massive,
don't think we've
guys.
seen like that. That seems probably one of the highest ones we've seen.
That is one of the highest one we've seen. And from a revenue standpoint, we saw Nike with a lot of revenue, like 90 something billion, but you ain't seeing a balance sheet like this.
Nah,
You ain't
nah.
seen a balance sheet like this. Tesla's balance sheet looking pretty, real pretty. Look at current
Let's
liabilities.
see the
So
debt. Let's see the debt.
we're gonna see the debt. Look, and one thing you guys could do to quickly just see if a company could quickly pay its liabilities is you divide that total current asset 58 billion by the total current liabilities. Look at this. They essentially have twice the assets, total current assets, as liabilities. That's impressive. Another ratio you could quickly do is total assets divided by total liabilities. Look at that. They have $10 billion in long-term debt. That's not a lot compared to the amount of money they have
Nah,
and the
that's
amount
not
of
a lot.
revenue they're generating.
Yeah.
They have twice the amount of assets compared to the liabilities. And guys, one thing to keep in mind is yesterday when we reviewed Ferrari, they have a lot of intangible assets, the brand, blah, blah, blah. That's a lot of the value in the asset. It's not real money per se. These guys have real value. Look at the property and plant and equipment. That's $35 billion. That's at cost.
Is that market value or cost? Okay,
No, that's
cost. Okay.
cost, bro. So it could be worth way more than that, just the property, plant, and equipment. So that's impressive,
They
impressive,
own all their
impressive,
factories with the land and everything. They're not leasing those things. Yeah.
guys.
That's remember when we looked at the properties earlier, everything
Yeah,
was owned pretty much.
that's why
Um
they have this much in property, plant, and equipment. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Wow, super impressive, guys.
I mean, they're pretty much set up to just pump these cars out and sell a bunch of them.
They
You know what I
do.
mean? Like they're
Yeah,
set up. I think like their California can produce like crazy, like 100,000 or something. Like it can do more than what they're even producing now. Um, they're just not selling, and Elon is being too stubborn with the marketing. He needs to freaking do the marketing. There's no other way around it.
and like AB mentioned, I mean, these are fixable things. More money on marketing. You know, targeting the women market to increase sales. You know, bring in a car that's women friendly or that women will like because they're missing a huge portion of that market. And then obviously you also have autonomous vehicles down the pipeline. You have the semi in the pipeline. You have Optimus in the pipeline. You know, when they got the robots, yo, I'll be the first one to order, bro, if they allow your boy.
Ah,
Uh
man, how much you think those robots are gonna cost though?
man, like
10 bands?
probably no, bro. 10 man is too cheap. Man, I'll buy a few if I get 10 man.
But what are you gonna do with the robot though?
I
What,
haven't cleaned the house, dog. What you talking about?
bro?
We gonna
I
be
don't
cleaning
think.
the
I think
house
the
all day.
robot is gonna be too slow to clean the road. I think
All
it's gonna be,
day?
huh?
All day, bro? You got 8 hour shift? He
You
don't
gotta charge
sound
that bad
nice.
boy though. You gotta charge him or something.
No, he could charge himself. I've seen the ones where they go and dock themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's programmed to be like that.
I think these robots are gonna be freaking awkward as hell, man. I don't know.
You're not a fan of the robots, bro?
No, I
Come
like them, but
on.
like, bro, I think they're too awkward, bro. They're like, turn out, turn around, like they're telling themselves, like, okay, pick it up now, okay, toss it. That like, it's a little too slow. I don't know.
So maybe they don't have this in Texas. In Texas, do they have this at the grocery store where the robot goes around and cleans up? And then have do you have those
Um,
over there?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't think so.
So over here in the Northeast, we have that. It's common. Like at a Stop and Shop store, it's the robot that goes and cleans up the whole aisle, and we're very accustomed to seeing the robot all the time. I
But
even
what
see
is
it
it
in
really
my
like? Just wiping the floors. That's the big deal.
it wipes floor, it goes around. If something falls, it notifies the other people like, "Yo, something has fallen. I owe something, so go pick it up." But he's constantly moving though, and I've seen it even in the hospital, the VA hospital. Like when they do a blood sample and stuff, they put on the robot, and the robot is the one that transports it from one room to another room,
Mm.
and they're not even well labeled rooms, bro. Like it goes, and I've seen it. I'm like, damn, this thing is just. And this is a VA
Breeze,
hospital, bro. But barely make any money. You know what I'm saying?
Breeze saying companionship about the robot.
Oh, yo, that's a good point too. I mean, yo, a lot of people even have pets nowadays because of companionship. So then now you could
Well,
have a
I mean, yeah,
robot.
you can have a conversation with a robot. The robot can even do like kind of care, like, oh, like a senior citizen in the house,
Ooh,
you
that's a good
know,
point.
like maybe it can recognize somebody fell and call the whatever 911 or something. I don't know, or go pick up the person. You think I wonder how many pounds can the thing lift? You know what I mean? Does it need to go hit like the gold gym or something?
He
Like,
needs to get stronger. Let's see what the
yeah.
Optimus is it in production right now? Is Optimus in
Nah, they say like in development right on their
is
report.
working? But that was 2024. Oh, Optimum. Like, that's not the worst. All right,
I think you gotta put
Optimus
Tesla. I gotta put Tesla so that doesn't confuse it with like the Optimus.
currently in operation.
They are
They're reporting
reportedly in
daily
daily
use of
use
the
at
Tesla.
Apollo Lab performing tasks and charging themselves. One video from July shows operating in public setting. What's that? Let's see. We don't believe this.
Can you hear the audio?
Skip? No.
Hear the audio?
Nah, I think you must select it when you like share your screen. You have to toggle on.
Or you can oh,
We could just see.
but look at this. He's
Look how
doing it.
awkward it is,
Yeah,
though. Look
because
how
it's
awkward it is. Look,
bro. He's making popcorn. He's not awkward at all. Oh, damn, he dropped it. Oh, he looked at his hand too.
I mean, obviously, it's super early. Yeah, he let him go without like the guy. Oh, that's the Tesla
That's the
Cafe.
diner you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so the robot is the one that's going to be serving you.
but look how slow this guy is. I mean, but they need this though. They need this. They need this diner more than anything. I feel like they need to open 50 diners this year. You know, for branding,
I mean, once they get the robots in operation, that is definitely
bro.
a
Even if
good way to
even if
advertise the
it's like
robot too.
even if it's like a it breaks even, just for brand, like that is so important, bro.
I agree.
He will get better, says Bree. And we got 7 people watching the show, guys. Make sure you guys go and like the video. We're talking about Tesla. We already went through the numbers. Their revenue for car sales went down this year about 6 billion. Overall revenue was up a little bit. They made profit about what 7 billion or so. So we're talking about seven
Yes.
percent net income. Um, but yeah, car sales were down from 2023. Gross margin was down, I think. Um, also, Steve, we lost your camera.
Yeah. Yeah. This thing is.
But who is watching? Say what's up.
Let me rejoin again.
Jump in the chat and say what's up, guys. We just talked about Tesla. Anything else you guys want us to cover? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys are excited about Tesla? You think you guys is a future, or they're just kind of gonna stay small, or one gonna be Do you think, Steve, one day they're gonna be the biggest car maker in the world? That they're gonna take over um everybody. They're gonna have to take over.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I 100% believe it.
I mean they're behind right now. Like we looked at it. Like I think Toyota's making like 10 million, selling 10 million cars a year. They did about 1.7 this year, so they're not even in the top 10. So they have a lot of room to grow, a lot of market share they can take over. I think they have two things that they need to work on, which is introducing the Tesla brand one and convincing people to go electric is another one. That
Yes.
most people actually honestly don't even need to retrofit their house. They can go to the charging station and charge once a week and be okay. Because most people drive what, like 50, 60 miles a day or something like that.
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like one charge can last a week.
Yeah. I mean, the average driver drives about 14,000 miles per year. If you divide that by 365,
Yeah,
let's
like
see.
was that like a little over 1,000, 1,200 a month,
Let's
which
see.
is, but yeah, like
365. So that's about like almost 40 miles a day. And like
yeah.
you mentioned, yeah, you could charge once or twice per week and you would be good.
What are you getting right now with the charge?
I mean, I charge at home though, so I have
But
a
what do you
charger.
get out of it? Like what's like 250
Yeah,
mileage?
about like I could go to New York from here to New York without a charge, which is like 250 miles, something like that, like a 2.5 hour drive.
All right,
I
about
could go there.
250. So
Yeah,
yeah, how much is a charge? Like full charge at the supercharger?
it's very cheap. It's actually like 27, 28 bucks. It depends on the state, but in general, on average, because it depends on the electric rate. Like in Texas, is actually very cheap because
Okay.
electric is cheap over there.
So it's
Um,
like it's like kind of filling up a tank, like
I think it's a little bit less than filling up a tank.
because the
Um,
average
but
tank is what, like 12, 13 gallons.
yeah,
And
at
like
like
it's
three
like
bucks.
$3 a gallon. Yeah, so
So
it's
30
like
bucks. Yeah, so it's
40
not
bucks.
too far.
It's
Yeah, it's
cheaper,
not
yeah.
too far. Yeah, it's a little bit cheaper, maybe 8, 10 bucks cheaper.
So you don't
Um,
even need to do the whole, like, but I'm saying this education, people need it. People
they do.
think like, oh my God, I gotta install some shit on my house. It's gonna cost $5,000. I need to get the electrician out here and mess up with my garage. Bro, I told you, right? One of these guys that I was talking to, he said he didn't buy a Tesla because he didn't have a charging at his apartment. And he went and bought a Camry. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy. He didn't know he could do a supercharger.
like, bro, he's a smart guy. He's a professor.
Damn. So that's one thing too that they don't have. Tesla's customer service too is terrible. Like I would
Mm,
tell you this from personal experience. You cannot. There's no phone call because it's so streamlined. There's no customer service. You can't ask questions. You go to the dealership, bro. They don't even really answer your questions. Like I had a lot of problem even getting my car. So that part does need to be improved as well because sometimes people do need that human, interaction to get you over the hump, especially when there's a lack of knowledge, like you just mentioned. The guy did not
okay.
know that he could just
Yeah, he
do.
didn't know. He didn't know. And well, he knows. He knows, but it's like, why wasn't didn't he do the math? Like, okay, I don't drive that much. Like, NOLA is kind of small, right? Like go to the like, it's kind of a small city. So it's
Mhm.
actually a perfect place to have electric car. Because most drives you're doing less than 10 miles or
Right.
7 miles. This Bree says, I'm definitely excited, more excited about Tesla, but I do wish the design was different. I'm telling you, man, the design is a thing. Like I've heard other people say, I don't like how it looks. Like it looks like an egg, like the wine, all this other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That does affect people. People like to look cute, man. This is why, like the E-Class Mercedes, people like the Mercedes because it has that look. It has the nice look to it.
Right, right. So I mean, that's maybe something else that they need to focus on. And then, as far as their numbers too, this is one thing that perhaps. So I told you guys before, right? The PE ratio is very important. It's the price of the stock compared to the earning.
Mhm.
Usually, the lower the number, that means it's a bargain. In this case, look at it. It's trading at 190 times its earning, meaning people are really think that this stock is way more valuable than it really is. And just for comparison, versus let's do what Ford stock.
Yeah, it's probably trading at like 15 to 20,
20.
maybe.
So just to tell you guys what, um, just want to show you guys that real quick so you can see that's one thing tool that you use to determine, hey, is this really priced well? So look at the Ford PE ratio, 8 times, 8.8. Let's just say 9 times. And you look at Tesla, it's 190 times. So it's a very expensive stock right now compared to how much it's making. So a lot of people are putting value on future growth, um,
Hype,
future,
hype, a lot of hype, a lot of futuristic stuff. That's a lot of it is Elon. Yeah, it's not based on numbers at all. It's more of a vibe kind of stock in a way. It's
yeah,
like it's like the Texas like us, like Tesla bros. We're on this stuff because we believe in Elon on this other stuff. But if you were just a pure investor,
yes,
like with no feelings, you'd be like, I don't know. I have to kind of get away from this stock.
yeah. And that's one thing that you would hear from other people. And look at the earning per share is $1.69, which is not terrible, but it's not that impressive enough for you to get you 190. Usually you see a PE ratio this high for technology companies, but like as we said, Tesla is like borderline technology, borderline car company. It's not really a car company too, purely. And if you look at analysts, so first year target estimate is 306. Right now, it's at 321. So they're actually predicting it to go down.
Mhm.
And if we go to analysis,
But we've seen this boy dropping up and down like crazy. This thing can go from 293 to 330, 340 in the same day, or in a couple of days. Like it swings hard. 10% swing for this stock is normal,
yeah,
which is very odd for other stocks.
yes, agreed. And if you look at as of the July analyst recommendation, 7 people say sell, 18 people said hold, 13% said buy, and the remaining, so 13 plus 18, that's 31 plus 7, 38, and the remaining 8 analysts say strong buy. But the average consensus is 306. Look at the current price. So they're actually predicting it to go down. There are some
Yeah.
analysts predicting to go high, but most of them are saying it's a it's a sell. And another thing,
Yeah.
just one additional thing is to look at for you guys, just to kind of see the confidence in inside people is like you could look at insider. Why is this not coming up? It's like frozen.
Yeah, it's a highly speculative stock. A lot of people short it and try to make money off of it. Um, but yeah, I think that even this year they're not reporting like good numbers, but the stock is still kind of holding. Um, I think that's why Elon pushed for that robo taxi to start in Austin like ASAP because he needed something to say on the earnings call
Right.
because the other numbers were not doing good. Yeah, I mean the adaptation is a big problem. Like the electric and people still go and buy regular cars, even though this car is so much better from so many perspectives. But it's kind of ugly and it's not sold well. So that's the issue. I mean,
Yeah, and
somebody bought a Hyundai today. You know, what I mean, it's kind of sad, but somebody, you know, what I mean, like somebody went and bought a Volkswagen Tiguan or something today, like some weird things like that. Why would you buy that? But I don't think they know. Like the Model Y is there with the 7,500 credit and all that stuff. You know.
another tool that you could use to determine, hey, what do the people inside that work there? What is are they buying? Are they selling their share? If we
Mm,
look at this right here, look at this. This is the chief financial officer. He sold his shares about $1.7 million between the prices of 289 to $300 per share. That's one person. You look at another person right here is an officer for the company as well. He sold his share worth $4.8 billion. I mean, 8 million, $4.8 million at 323. Another person sold at 285. I see a lot of sale. Whenever you see that, usually in a company, people already think, hey, this is probably the
Mhm.
highest it's going to be at this point, and therefore I should make some money. Because look, somebody even showed what $30 million worth of
That
stock.
might
Look at
be
that, a
Elon.
director.
No.
No, it's a director that works there. Look, a person named Robin Denholm Robin. And this also gives you an indication like, hey, if the people inside, there's only one purchase and those indirect, but most of them are sell, sell, sell. This could also, in my opinion, this is a great company. I mean, a lot of future growth. And I think as AB mentioned, there's areas where they could improve in the marketing, maybe targeting the women's segment a little bit more, maybe with the design, making it maybe more towards other people as well. Maybe they need to do the car design. They have a lot of cash. They have obviously a lot of engineering innovation, but from an investment perspective, it's just a little overpriced. Like I like Tesla, I'm a huge fan, but the stock is a little bit overpriced. So I would wait until maybe some of these, until September 30th, once the tax effect of that tax credit hits, I think there's going to be a dip because that's when the tax credit evaporates. At that point, I think there's going to be a dip. I really would think so. At that point, when the price does it get a little bit lower, that might be a good entry point into Tesla. But at this point, I think it's overpriced.
Yeah, not investment advice, guys. Obviously, not investment advice, but um,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, like I think, like we said, and we're Tesla fanboys over here. So you know, what I mean, I like it, the company. I like Elon. I like what he's doing. Like nobody's like innovative like him that we know of. That's public. I don't know. There's probably people in the back working hard and all this stuff. Man, he's cool. It's just a cool car, man. They just do a lot of cool things. They give you updates and like from just a pure like as a guy, right? This is like a guy cool thing. We're not even looking at how it looks really. Like you're overlooking that stuff. You know, like Kia, like he did the full self-driving thing the other day, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life." You know, so
Hmm.
that's the kind of stuff we're looking at. But the looks matter, man. People want to feel good inside their car. And I think that they need to push people to come into those showrooms and book those damn test drives because you can go and test drive these cars, guys, in most major cities, but they need to do a lot more of that so people can experience it. Because yeah, man, right now people will either go to CarMax, they go to Carvana, or they're gonna go to a dealership to buy a car. You know what I mean? You would have to kind
Yep.
of be like in this world, in our world, where we're like, okay, hey, Elon, Tesla, electric. The average person, they still thinking about Hondas and Subarus and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. I don't know how you're gonna introduce to the average Joe like Tesla is like a good car and all that stuff. I think it's tough. Um, I don't know, like the whole Trump thing, him fighting with Trump, that's not good. You know, um, people like Trump. Like, there's 50% of the country that really likes Trump. So
Yep.
him fighting with that, that's kind of alienating 50% of this is why they told him not to get into politics, right? Oh, I'm sure all his tech buddies probably told him to kind of chill out, but he got in it and now look at it. He had a falling out with this government. He he spent a lot of money trying to get Trump in there, 280 something million
Yeah, he
dollars.
did.
Now they broke up
Yes.
within less than a year. uh, but I think that the company will still go because this guy is just a fucking genius when it comes to this stuff. This company almost died like a couple of times before like it
Yes.
got to this point. He had to go find money. He's a very resilient guy, obviously the hardest working man in the world. So we have a lot of trust in Elon. But I think he's a little too stubborn, but that's all I got. I mean, love the company, love the stock is overpriced, but like we said, man, this thing goes up like this, bro.
Hmm.
The last 6 months, if you go like it's just it's so unpredictable. So you're just kind of like, all right, let's just when it drops 10%, like we don't even like be like, well, here we go. It's gonna bounce tomorrow, or whatever. Like that's how we look at it.
Yeah, and to support AB's point, look at the graph, guys. This is just the past 6 months. Look at that. Down, look like a mountain right here. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Mountains
mountain
and valleys.
range.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very
it's
yeah
hard to explain, right?
yeah
And it
it
doesn't
is.
really follow the numbers.
It does
It's not.
not.
It's very resilient. Like if Toyota reported this kind of numbers, like it would be like boom down. Oh no, gotta get out. So he has this aura about him that the stock is still worth $1 trillion. So I don't know
Yeah.
how long he can keep that going. But yeah,
But one positive thing is too, though, now is he's actually focused his energy back into Tesla. So people should be a little bit more confident about what he's gonna do. He's not doing the Department of what is it, efficiency,
Doge. Yeah,
Doge, not as much anymore. So that should give you confidence. But I would say, yeah, we're not giving investment advice, but I think there might be a dip in coming soon because September is around the corner, not like in 2 months or so. You know what I'm saying? But even if you do invest now, it's not bad. We're not giving investment advice, but it's has a lot of potential, guys. And one thing that I would recommend to anybody is if you're doing a test drive, please experience full self driving because once you experience that, your eyes would start to open up to be like, yo, if this doing it right now, and guys, this is only doing using cameras. They don't even use radar system and lidar. So when they use that with semis, you're gonna be like, oh my god, the trucking industry could be fully disrupted with this kind of vehicle. And the trucking industry is a huge industry. Like
is there another car, Stevo, that does full self driving besides Tesla?
the Chinese ones are the ones I know.
Like in
But
America, like the Fords and the GMs? I don't think so.
no, they don't. Look at this. In 2022, the gross freight revenue was about $940.8 billion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a
if they
big
can pull off
industry.
the semi, yeah, if they can pull off the semi, it's a whole nother game. And
It's
then
a whole nother.
they do the cab, the whole like your car going into the fleet, that whole thing.
That's a game
Yeah,
changer. And the robot
that's
comes in, that's a game changer.
yeah, bro.
So a lot of
I
game
gotta whoop
changers.
that robot's ass, bro. Like, you know what
Yo, AB's gonna be the first person prosecuted on this
I'm
case, yo. Abusing this robot. They're gonna use this as evidence. In his
saying?
episode about Tesla, he mentioned,
Bro, yeah, all of y'all laughing at me now, but I guarantee you, there's gonna be a case where it's gonna be robot versus human in the court, and robot is
no,
gonna be there like,
I agree with you. I think there is gonna be a case. I'm just wondering if it's gonna be you. That's my
oh,
question.
that would be kind of historic, though. You know what I mean? Like, I would want to be part of that story. Like,
Yeah, he did what he said he's gonna do.
you know, like, bro, I would go down in history, man. The first guy to get sued by a robot. Like,
Oh man, and you use Chat GPT to defend yourself. Oh,
oh
the
my
irony.
god, bro, I can't.
Oh.
You know, like, we're laughing, but this is like, it's more real than it. You know, it's not.
Yeah, that's true, man. This is the future, man. Our kids and stuff, this is what they're gonna experience. I mean, even our generation. I mean, in 20 years, you could be seeing robots around you fairly soon.
Bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have an AI. We gotta have an AI week one of these days.
Yeah, yeah. I think we could do it
That's
next
a
week or the
suggestion
week
that I
after.
have.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I think that's a good idea. Any last thoughts, guys? It looks like people are dropping off now. Before we close out,
Thanks for being here, guys. I know this was a long one. This is our longest one. We're coming up on
yeah,
3 hours. We're just kind of vibing, guys. Thanks for being here as always. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Becca. Shout out to Kia. Shout out to HJ. We didn't see San in the chat today. She must be working or something. Shout out to everybody else that's watching this stream. Please make sure you subscribe, guys. Like this video. This is Car Week, guys. Car Week. I don't know, Steve. We haven't picked what's gonna
we
happen
haven't
tomorrow. Huh?
picked, man. Yeah, it's your choice, bro. What
It's
you want to
my
do?
choice.
It's my choice
Ooh,
tomorrow, man. AB's pick tomorrow. What car you got? What car company you want him to do, guys? You have any suggestion?
yeah. Throw it out there. You know, my initial thought is I want to compare. Since we have these fresh numbers from Tesla,
Uh
I
huh.
want to go to the big boy.
Toyota.
I had to do Toyota, man.
Woo! Big boy.
We have to go to the biggest
Oh,
guy.
that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
You know what I mean?
Can't
Like
even
we
knock you
can't
on that.
pass up Car Week without covering the big boy,
Oh,
right?
100%. I mean, that's fair.
Right?
That's
We
fair.
have to do the big guy.
We have
The
to.
I mean Toyota, oh my god. It might be even more loved than Coca-Cola. Like, you
Yeah, as
know,
far as pure love, yeah, people love Toyota, man.
man, I don't know if that's our African bias kicking in.
No, no, I think people love Toyota, bro. They really do. Very dependable car.
The rest of the world loves Toyota. It's not
Yeah.
even America, you still got like a little competition with the Ford and the Chevys
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Rams and stuff. The rest of the world, forget it. Like Toyota is like a foregone conclusion. And then you got the German cars. I mean, we're gonna have to do one of these German cars. Probably Steve
Yeah.
will pick it. That's gonna be his pick for the day
I
after tomorrow.
yeah, I'm a big,
But I'm
BMW
picking
guy.
Toyota,
Yeah.
guys. Let me know if you guys want to check out Toyota. We're gonna compare the big boy tomorrow. That's the initial plan right now. Unless you speak otherwise, guys. Thanks for being in the chat.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for being active, guys. Thanks for watching us, man. We really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. And like as AB said, please subscribe, like, share. Our goal is 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Help us achieve that goal. Please make sure to also
Tell
hit
your
that
friends about it too,
notification
guys.
bell.
Tell your friends about it.
Yeah, tell your friends about it. And then if you're rewatching this, shout out to you for watching it. And then for the people rocking with us, thank you. Bree is saying Audie. Audie is a good choice. Rebecca, thank you as well for being on this.
I
Appreciate
think
you.
Audi is like part of the big. I think it's like a conglomerate that like Porsche and all those guys. I think they're all in under one umbrella. I think Volkswagen owns all these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah. Volkswagen owns a lot. And I mean, they even
Yeah,
owned some part of other companies. Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
I think Volkswagen is the number one by volume. So we might have to do that one just as a public service.
Yeah, I mean, we got 5 days, so
Yeah,
we could tap all these in. That'd be cool.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. This is your boy AB.
It's your boy Steve.
And this is the Profit Report, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow. We appreciate you. We're signing out.
Peace.